Say something.
Hello? Hello? I don't hear anything coming from Dan's phone.
I just heard him.
Well, I mean, echo.
Oh, yeah, no echo. He got rid of that
So
about 5 minutes
you
ago.
may have done something.
How you doing, Dan?
I just need to keep it far away.
Okay. 60. No, 69. Oh,
I will bring some headphones or something next time and just plug in. Oh wait, do you have a pair of headphones?
well, I have these. I don't know if it's got the right hookup. Does your phone have a... I always thought iPhones needed special jam, but
No,
maybe not.
this one does.
I have a totally ran.
So
This
I'll go back to
This
this.
also has a volume.
Well, I'm going to go back to this.
Okay, yeah, go
and
ahead.
then I'll just plug this in,
Yeah.
and then it'll kill the sound.
Stop.
Totally random question.
Yes.
What's your favorite Fantastic Four villain?
Dr. J.
Fantastic Four villain. Well, there's quite a bit, so...
Oh, hold on. I got it.
And don't forget, you can... Oh, I see.
I turned the mute.
Okay. Are we working yet? We are working. Okay. I don't know, I kind of like a nihilist.
Hey, that's my favorite.
But
Good job.
I can't say that he's my favorite because I don't know enough about him. Dr. Doom used
I
to
would like the way
be,
he
but Dr. Doom's kind of, I don't know, there's something about him that was like overused, so I kind of was like, meh.
Like the Joker, they just way too much Dr. Doom.
And then I like the Purple Man.
Well, that's not Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay.
That's Daredevil. I think they used the Purple Man in one of the TV shows.
Yeah.
God, I can't remember his name now. Shoot. Always like the Mad Thinker, too. Kilgrave, the Purple Man, that's it. Kilgrave. Yeah, I'm in a lot of comic book groups on Facebook, and they're always doing shit like that, like, who's your favorite villain, and blah, blah, blah. They were doing Fantastic Four, and people were just coming out of the woodwork and stuff. I was like the Mole Man, too. What the hell?
The Mole Man. Alright.
He was the first villain.
Yes, yes he was. Alright, we are live. And that is so great, I just can't stand it.
You can sit up there, Dan? Get rid of that midriff.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of
A
it.
one and a two. Out with the bad air, in with the good.
This is episode... Oh! Hey Dan, can you turn yourself? Look.
Oh, oh my...
Oh, that's awful. You got a huge glare behind you. You're just fucking around, man.
Who has a huge glare? I don't see anything. Okay.
The light! I'm glowing. I'm just glowing.
This is episode 69 of our
Oh.
ghost storyline. I am your dungeon master, Skell-Ghosts-Episode, and I am joined tonight by Clark and Dan and Jason. Hopefully Daryl and Brad will be coming on when available. And if not, then there you go. Ugh. Okay.
Sure.
So, last game.
Big accent, dead bodies everywhere.
No dead bodies, but there was a. I could play this as very serious to very non-serious. A case of a domestic squabble. A test of faith. A clash of convictions between a druid and a sister of the Blended Church of Benevolence. And Shadrach had been in a foul mood after recent events, and he decided after some contemplation away from the monastery that he would confront Vanessa about, he didn't make it clear other than his suggestion was that she was falling to the dark side and that she was taking after her bloodline. And she was bewildered about the accusations, and then Shadrach turned it into a physical confrontation. And Vanessa, being a sister of the blend, is a pacifist. But there were spells cast and a slap that was heard around the forest. And after some yelling and screaming, the two of them came to a sort of truce, with Shadrach proclaiming that he learned what he needed to learn and reaffirmed his devotion to Vanessa. Vanessa had been working on a piece of pottery, and so the confrontation happened after she had a long day in the crafting area. But eventually everyone turned in for the evening, and a new day dawned. And in the morning, more conversations took place between Vanessa and Shadrach. Michael had decided to help out in the crafting area at the smithy, and try as I might to have the dice get Michael involved. They just wouldn't cooperate, and Michael was left to have pretty much a mundane day, having a good old dwarven time at the forge, seeing a slight kerfuffle, but not paying much attention. So happy dwarf, I guess. I don't know. And then an old companion of Shadrach's and the original group that set off on this storyline returned looking for information about current events, and it was Tamar, played by Dan. And he came in and saw Vanessa and Shadrach in a heated discussion, and he walked right up, and they seemed to just ignore him at first, and then the conversation started to include Tamar, and then Tamar was brought up to speed about what had happened since he left by Shadrach. Kind of gave him what Shadrach could remember about friends that have come and gone and who might have turned and what have you. And we stopped with a group of yellow dress clad females telling Sister Vanessa that she needs to help out one of their sisterhood, and they called upon her healing and oath to always lend aid when called for. And Sister Vanessa realized that these people were somehow asking her to heal or do something about the source or the magic or the spirit or whatever was put into her sacred bundle by Vanessa, who used a spell to do that. And that is where we left off. And I see that Jason had his hand up, so was there something you were...
I was just wagging my finger at the women in yellow.
Okay. I see Brad has joined the call, but I see no picture or sound. Oh.
It's still spinning on my end.
So we hear Brad, but we don't see him yet.
Yeah, I was going to try to put one right now.
But
it's good to hear you, Brad.
You're going to have to come back in.
I'm going to assume that Brad will get his technical difficulties straightened out at some point. But that is where we left off. So, unless someone has any edits or modifications or needing clarification on some type of spell or needs to know why the dwarf is holding a lizard.
Because he's going crazy in his cage.
Does he want? Is that a he or a she?
I don't know.
Well, you know how you can tell if it's a he or a she, right?
I have no idea.
Try to milk it.
You turn it upside down and you lick its belly, and if it spreads its legs, it's a female.
Well, I'll leave that to the professional.
I think that's the wise move, Clark, because it's the last thing you need is a turned-on lizard running around your house at night.
Wake up with it on your face.
Does anyone have anything they want to add before we get going with tonight? Now, tonight, we're going to call it a little early because if it wasn't made clear, yes, I do enjoy my sports more than D&D, but at least I'm honest and I'm willing to let you all down easy rather than at the last second go, oh yeah, we're quitting early. So,
I still love you, man.
I know we can't all be the truest of true. That's for Captain America.
Cobb, I remember you screaming at the basketball games.
Yeah, there was a time when I would tell the D&D group, okay, for the next month, we're not playing. I'm watching hockey every night. It's not really that way anymore, but it used to be. And
Well, it's because you got tired of watching them lose every...
well, I watch the other teams because then I don't get upset with whoever wins or loses. I can actually enjoy the game without getting upset. So that's kind of cool. All right. Oh, and there's Brad. Looks like he might be frozen, but that's okay. There you go. Okay. So, the only thing I will say as we start is that Bart, you may, if you wish, enter the scene at your leisure.
Okay.
Depending on how long it takes you to do your crafting, you've only been back at the monastery the one day. So,
Okay.
hello, Brian. Let's give him a heart because we love Brian. Okay, so we have Sister Vanessa and Shadrach and Tamar, and then over here in the crafting area we have Michael, and Bart is somewhere, and I don't really remember where.
Maybe we should set up outside school.
Okay, so you, is it in the usual spot, which is in the northern, off the northern edge
Yeah.
of the woods?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as I said, you can enter the scene at any time. But for now, we have Tamar and Shadrach and Vanessa. And so until Daryl gets here, Vanessa is going to say, I need to go take care of some things this morning, make sure that if anyone is in need of assistance, she says, I will get back to you all, and she points to the ladies, when I feel comfortable. I've got a lot going on right now. And she says, do you all require somewhere to stay? And the one says, until you make a decision, that would be, we would be very grateful for, and we don't need anything fancy. We can stay in the stable. And she says, no, we have rooms for weary travelers. And that is what you appear to be to me. So, unless someone wishes to, that, so Shadrach puts his hand up. Yes.
I'm casting
What are you casting?
Detect Evil.
Okay. So now Daryl is here, and I don't think Daryl heard what I didn't know what time you were going to pop in, so how about if we just cancel what I just said that Vanessa would say, and we have Daryl do whatever he would like with his own character.
Thank you.
So, Daryl, if you don't remember, you and Shadrach and Tamar are talking to 6 weary traveler-looking ladies.
I do remember.
And they had just asked for your help in helping out they hear the cries of Faimez, and it's coming from the place where her essence or spirit or whatever it is that you have in your sacred bundle. And so, and then Jason, Shadrach, so Shadrach, do you still want to start casting a spell, or do you want to change that now that Vanessa is actually here?
I'm casting
Okay, so, what are you casting?
Detect Evil.
Oh, that's right, you just said that. Okay, so, as Shadrach casts Detect Evil, Daryl's got his hand up.
Do I get an action then, or is that what you're telling me?
Well, if you'd like to do something simultaneously, or if you think it needs to be before.
Parlay would be my action.
Okay, yeah. So we'll come back to you. Okay, so I don't remember exactly Detect Evil. Let me look it up real quick.
Shadrach, anybody watching would see Shadrach reach into his pack, pull out a very common thing that he uses often, which is mistletoe, and he clenches it in his fist, and he says, Mother Skell, tell me if these women are evil or not, if these women are witches. And he holds his hand so tight with the mistletoe, that little drops of blood drop to the ground while his fist is shaking and he's staring at them intently. It's a 10-foot by 120 yard, basically a line. So
Okay,
I'm looking
so
straight at them,
yeah.
focusing on them.
I'm going to say that while you are casting the spell, they appear like a little like fearful, as if it seems like they are worried that the spell is going to affect them negatively. But as you speak, they kind of like they lessen their angst, and so this takes a full round to cast.
Yep.
So while that's happening, Vanessa, is there something specifically you wanted to say?
Welcome, sisters, to the Black Rock Monastery. I'm not sure exactly what it is you're expecting me to do. My Mezhat is deceased, but I would enjoy a chance to sit with you and hear stories, perhaps, tales of her deeds. So I'm afraid that we maybe remember two different women.
Okay, and the one that's in the lead, she's got dark hair, but it's kind of matted, and it goes, it's pulled back into like a braid in the back, but it's in need of tending and maintenance. She says, it would be unseemly for us to have this conversation out in the open. If there is somewhere we may speak or have counsel that is not necessarily hidden away, but just not for everyone to hear, we would like that.
The grove is nice, and the courtyard is secluded, but not private.
We trust your judgment. Okay, so after they say that, the spell is complete for Shadrach. So, without having to get into too much of exact sciences on the spell, you detect very what's the term? Dim, as far as the degree of evil that you are detecting on these women. They all have about the same intensity. Its general nature is not detected. That's how dim it is. And
But they smell a little bit, don't they?
yeah,
Let me know when I can speak.
and that would be it and your spell. So the spell will last for quite a bit of time. So are you going to, you'll have to let me know when you decide to
No,
Cancel
once I
your
get
own.
that whiff, I just I'll end the spell, and
Okay.
I want to speak with Vanessa.
Okay, well, you can end your spell, and then if you want to say something to someone, now would be the time. And the same goes for everyone else that's present, which is Tamark right now. If you want to interject, you'll have to get my attention. Okay.
Shad says to Vanessa quietly, so that they presumably do not overhear me. They're evil, Vanessa.
I'm sorry, Jason, I can't hear you whispering.
They are evil, Vanessa.
She just nods at him.
They have the taint upon them. And then he'll look quickly at Tamark and say, be alert.
Yeah, I got a couple questions for you, Shag.
Is it actions then? Oh, I'm sorry.
I have a couple questions for you, Shag.
Shad.
No. We've been through this before. You look like you're all shaggy. I just call you Shag. Hey, besides, man, you take that.
You see Shadrach's eyes turn red with green pupils as he's looking at you. Yes?
Oh, come on, lighten up. I'm just having some fun. It's been a while since we've been together.
These women are dangerous.
As I remember last time we were here, there was a great evil hidden below this place. Is that correct?
Yes.
What happened to that?
It was destroyed.
With no chance of coming back?
That I don't know, but its destruction seemed to be pretty final.
Okay. I was just
It was
curious.
quite a moment of intense emotional energy.
I was just curious if maybe there was something still drawing evil to this place.
There is.
Oh, so there's still more evil to be destroyed here, huh?
Not here, but evil seeks this place out. I've come to that conclusion. But our concerns are further north. Now this. I wasn't expecting this. But then again, I was. I'm glad that you've returned, Tamar.
Well, I'm happy to be back. It's been lonely.
Be wary. Be extremely wary.
I've been looking for my family still, and I've had a few leads, but it looks like, as far as I can tell, they've been kidnapped by somebody or something.
Covidius returned to his people. The traitor. He now serves the slavers.
I always had a bad vibe against them. And that other guy.
That was a message for Clark. All right, so Daryl, these two seem to have engaged in their own conversation. So what would Vanessa like to do?
As they begin to converse, Vanessa walks amongst the, what'd you say, 6 or 8 sisters that are there?
6.
Not shoving her way through, but walking up to them and looking at them to see if there's any blood or wounded. And I say, you look like you've been traveling a while. Are you injured?
No, we are tired, hungry, and in need of a good night's rest.
The meal, the evening meal is served around, and I say when that is. Vanessa knows, but I do not.
Usually right before sundown.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but so there will be a meal served. I'm sure that the monks will share. We welcome all travelers here.
I think, unless I'm mistaken, this is the next morning after the fracas between Vanessa and Shadrach.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm not trying to nitpick. I'm just saying, in case you meant to say that it was the next meal. The next meal would actually be dinner, which is the noon meal after a lot of the work
Then
is
that's-
done, and then there's that midday meal.
Okay. Midday meal will be served soon.
Okay.
You're welcome to join them in the hall. Again, I'm not. Well, let's take it to the courtyard. And she begins to. She gestures for you to. Where's Pikel? And I'm going to show the ladies the way to the courtyard.
Michael just had walking out. Doing.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, so Pikel comes around the corner there and comes over to the group there in front of the temple, and that's that.
Hang on, hold up. Vanessa is with the women, right?
Yes, leading them toward the courtyard.
How far did you walk to get to them from where Chad and Tamar?
Just right where they were. I thought they were right there by us.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let them get. Okay, how close are they to Chad?
Well, you can tell me where you'd like to be. If you were standing, if you were by Vanessa, the one that walked up and pointed at Vanessa and said, "The whales, we asked for your healing and whatever." She was what I said at the time, 5 feet away, just a square.
Chad will step away and step back and spit on the ground. And when he sees Pikel, he'll just look at him and shake his head. What's wrong with you? Witches. They're evil.
I tried to coerce the women toward the courtyard and away from Shadrach.
If you,
But I do motion to the group to follow.
yeah, they allow you to escort them, absolutely. And you make your way in the infirmary door there, if that's the way you choose to go in.
I don't want to take them into any personnel area. If there's a general public route to the courtyard, I will take that.
Well, you can get to the courtyard from the temple.
Through the temple?
Yes.
Let's go through the infirmary then.
Okay. So, if any of you have any weapons and you forget to remove them upon entering the door there at the infirmary, you will be reminded with a violent shock. And if you... So I'm going to assume that no one does that, and that none of you have any weapons upon your person. And then you walk past the way to the dungeon, and I need Pikel. Tamar, do you go in?
Yes.
I need Pikel, Tamar, and Shadrach, and Vanessa to all make me a perception check, please. That is a D30 plus your intelligence.
Shadrach bringing up the rear.
That's okay. That is a D30 plus your intelligence.
Sorry. Excuse me.
So I will call for numbers here in a second. So let's start with Dan, let's start with Tamar.
28.
28, okay? And then we will go to the bottom right, Vanessa.
I have a 13, which means I rolled a 1.
Okay, well...
there it is.
Well, hold on. Let's see. I'm going to try to be creative here. Roll me a implosion, please.
Again, adding my intelligence, 25.
Okay, so that's just a plain old, you did not notice anything. Then we will go to top right, Pikel.
Alright, 4 out of my 6 and a 9 out of my 10.
So that would be 19 plus your intelligence.
Plus 18.
8 plus 18, so 37. So that is a success. And then we will go to the top left, which is Shadrach.
40.
That is a success. Okay. So Vanessa does not notice as she walks in the door and motions for the ladies to follow. She kind of holds the door open and they enter single file. And then Pikel, wherever you fall in the line of people entering, I'm going to assume you don't fall in with the ladies. You're probably in the back with Shadrach.
Yeah.
You and Shadrach both notice, and this makes perfect sense, that as the ladies walk into the infirmary, first of all, they don't seem to suffer any of the ill effects of the glyphs of warding or protection. Second of all of them but one, the one with the curly red hair, like the woman on that animated movie Brave, I think it is. If you've ever seen that. I actually haven't seen it. I've only seen the artwork.
She's an archer, I think.
Also, all the other 5, they all glance down the stairs into the dungeon, but they don't stop, they don't linger, they just walk past as if something caught their attention, possibly. Who knows? It's hard to tell. And as Vanessa then continues to lead them up, and you make the right into the little foyer there before the courtyard, and you swing open the door, and you see in the courtyard, and Jason has said that he has been working on the map, and we all can't wait to see the map looking like an actual map versus the fucking paint by numbers thing that the DM does. There's the big...
It's sufficient, but it is not artistic.
Yes, 100%.
I told Cobb you weren't here before, Daryl. I've had a migraine all night, or I would have had the map done by now, but I just couldn't do it. So tomorrow.
Well, sometimes you'll have that.
Yeah, and luckily we're not on a time limit, so it's fine.
Well, I said I would have it today, and I didn't, and I feel bad about that. So.
What a dick. Excuse me.
I would like Daryl to roll a D, punch himself in the face. Oh. Oh! He rolled a 1. He punched himself in the nutsack. Okay. Okay, and then Brad is back. Okay. So,
Wow, we got a full boat.
I am going to... Brad, would you like to join the scene here?
Sure, yes.
Okay, so in the courtyard, you see Prince B with his back against the wall, sitting on one of the benches, looking like really relaxed and
What's going on here?
just taking the scene in. You see the door to the courtyard open, and you see Sister Vanessa walk in, followed by 6 weary travelers, all women, appearing to be human, with different styles of hair, and so they're not like a bunch of clones. And followed then by Pikel and Shadrach. And Shadrach, you notice, without rolling, seems very uncomfortable, like maybe his taco from the previous night isn't settling well, like he's got the lower gunion and he's just having a hard time holding his mud. Okay, so once you enter into the courtyard, and the scene is beautiful, it's clean, it's a place that Vanessa has swept many times. She has dug out the ashes from the big fire brazier pit there multiple times. The trees that are in the opposing corners of the courtyard, or she has tended, and they're the kind of thing where they're in the ground, but then the stone brickwork is like goes right up to them, and so it looks like you can barely see any dirt there. There's just enough for who knows what reason. But the trees are healthy and strong, and they're providing shade mostly for those days that really where the sun blasts straight overhead. So now that you're all in the courtyard, what would you all like to do? Vanessa, would you like to take the lead on this, or does someone else feel something urgent that they need to do immediately?
If
right.
if there are benches, I'm guessing maybe.
There's a few. There's not really enough for 11 people. There's more like enough room for like 6 people. So
I will move with the brown-haired woman that was speaking for the group and gesture her to sit on a bench with me.
Okay, she does.
Tell me about Fimez and your sisterhood. I would like to know more.
Well, my name is Dea, and I would be considered one of Fimez's wise women, if you will. Advisor. We all have roles in the sisterhood. That was mine because I was the next most senior member. And I will tell you that all of us had differing opinions of Fimez. Some of us loved her. Some of us hated her. Some of us thought that her plans did not align with what would have been good for the Southern Coven. And some of us thought that she was put in a situation that she had no control over. So that is for them to speak on as they see fit. It is not my job to give away someone's true feelings unless they are asked, and then they may reveal whatever they wish. My feeling was that I was to serve Fimez until it was my turn to take over as Honchus, which is the name that we give to our leader.
It seems that time is now, Dea.
Well, if what you say is true, that Fimez is dead, then we would not be hearing the calls that we heard. They traveled a far distance and took many days to reach our ears because of how faint they were. But in our sisterhood, our bonds are deeper than just of the flesh.
Well, I had been suspicious that her spirit or essence remained in the bundle. So you've answered my question. That saves me the time of casting a spell to detect the spirit. If you say it is in there, then I believe you. But I don't think bringing that spirit into a new body is a good idea. The woman that I remembered as a child was cold, but supportive and you know, took care of me and raised me, made sure I ate and didn't shit myself. But she's also the woman that enslaved my father, gave me to the Acaraymans, and cursed brave men and slew many and performed what are, in my opinion, many evil acts. And even though I loved her as a child, as an adult, I learned that I hated her, just as some of you do. And I don't think it wise to bring her back in some way.
I will say that in our sisterhood, loyalty is something we do not take lightly. It is only through our sisterhood that we have remained, the word, not triumphant, but
United.
United and I guess safe would be the word that I would use. It is not any regular person or entity that would dare attack the Southern Coven and not expect it to be difficult or without sacrifice. The fact that Faimez decided to go on this dangerous and reckless journey on her own, as I've said, there are those that think that she had no choice. I never gave it any thought. I thought that it was always her choice. In the brief time that you knew her, I mean, as of late, do you think that she was compelled by anything other than her own will to do anything?
No, I believe that it was her plan that she was enacting all along in service to Annam, is what she claimed. Many would call you witches in a derogatory way, but I guess some could call me a witch as well, because I tap into the mana that the Cobb offers, as well as you.
There is,
So I'm not here to judge you.
there is also the matter of who there is the matter of if you are strong enough to take Faimez, then are you strong enough to take her place?
I did not take Faimez. She died in a battle with my friends and I, but I did not take her.
You are not, I can see how you would think that. Let me clear this up for you. If she is calling out, she is not dead.
Then what is it that you think I can do in a healing way? You come to me seeking my help to heal her spirit, but I don't think it can be purified.
The bundle is maybe jar.
As the she kind of looks over at Bart, but then quickly returns her attention to you. She says, "Well, that is your area of expertise, is it not? You are the member of this church, this religion that devotes itself to healing."
Yes.
That would be a question that we would ask you. What can you do? Not the other way around.
I could attempt to pull her spirit from the bundle, but not to use it in any way. I'm not a necromancer. I don't practice the ways of Stallman Klim, even though the wisdom of the Enduring One offers many powerful magic spells. I do not use that magic in an evil way or to bring evil ogress witches back to life.
Well, if you say that you are unable to provide that which your religion says that you are to be devoted to, then perhaps we should see...
I am not turning you away. I'm saying in the realm of healing, there are very limited things I can do as far as bringing someone back from the dead. And especially, you say she's not dead. So if you know of a way, if you have something in mind that you're wanting me to perform, then others probably have something to say.
Michael, go ahead.
I was gonna whisper in Shannon's ear to say, why don't you check up ladies' interest?
Say that again.
I was gonna whisper in Shannon's ear, why don't you see what those ladies were so damn interested in about what was downstairs?
Shad looks back at Piper and says, I know what they're interested in. They've come here to do harm. They've come here to influence Vanessa.
In the dungeon.
I had my way, and they all feed trees.
I would say downstairs, you're talking about.
Yes, that's where the evil was defeated before. This whole place is corrupted. I've said that from the start. And they hide it. They hide the corruption. They pretend it doesn't exist. And they depend on people like us, non-believers, to solve their problems while they sit on them like hens on an egg. My patience grows very thin. If these women continue their banter, I don't know what I'm going to do. I would hate to spill blood here in this place that has given me protection and friends, but my patience is thin, and the toll of doom is nigh. These women, for all their beauty, they are hags, they're witches, they torture people, they are evil. I've smelled it upon them, and I'm afraid that Vanessa is going to fall into their trap.
But that's all I would do.
But then Chad just kind of covers his face, and you can see that there's tears coming out of his eyes.
Hey, Daryl, you sound okay, but you're frozen on the screen. Can you do a reboot real quick?
Are you sure I'm frozen?
I don't see either one of you guys moving.
You okay now?
I was sitting still looking at my computer.
No, you're...
Am I...
God, you've been there before. I mean...
Daryl...
I'll drop out.
I mean... All right, yeah, that's good.
I'll drop out.
Yeah, just come back when you can. All right.
Chad will turn to Kmart if the Kmart is there.
Hold on, Jason. Hold on, Jason.
Okay.
I want to give Brad a chance if Bart has anything that he would like to add or just continue to observe.
I'm gonna observe. That just got a disgusted look on my face.
Okay. All right. Oh, Dan was just sleeping, so I guess he heard his name and you woke him up, Jason. So go ahead, Jason. You wanted to talk to Tamar? Is that right?
Well, Tamar can see that Shad is very agitated, and he keeps looking like he wants to like move forward, and he's clutching his fist off and on, and touching his mojo bag, but he doesn't reach into it. And you see that there's tears on his face, and he looks very upset.
So I come
But
over.
you can tell he's holding back.
I come over and I put my hand over your hand. I'm like, what is it that bothers thee?
These are the women. These women belong to the cult that tortured me, and now they're trying to reinvigorate the evil that was Vanessa's mother. I don't know how much longer I can hold out. I want to tear their throats out. I don't know. If Vanessa goes to them, I can't be responsible for my actions.
Why are we letting such evil travel around with us then?
This is why.
Hold on, Jason. Hold on. You're excellent role playing. I'm not trying to step on you, but I just wanted to answer the question that Tamar had, which is because the DM's a fucking bastard and he used our backgrounds against us.
But I knew that. Yes, I knew that.
And I felt like it was a good way to get everyone going in the same direction. So, to be honest, that's the whole point, is to try to get people to play at the same time instead of all going off scattered all the time. So, anyway, just a little meta background information on why things are so fucked up. Anyway, go ahead, Jason.
Well, Shad will grip Kmart's hand and say, I don't know where you stand on this, but there's going to be trouble, and it's going to be soon.
Oh, shit. That may be a cause.
Just don't get in front of me. When you see my eyes roll up into my head, get away. I can't guarantee your safety.
He smiles and he's like, oh, time for a joke. We need a joke right here. Things are getting too intense. I do not like evil myself, but
No,
Hold on.
Yeah.
Who's talking? Tamar or Bart?
I was trying to think.
All right, go ahead, Tamar.
So,
I don't know, perhaps maybe we can steer them towards the goodness, but I'm not familiar with any of these cults of witches. I remember you talking about how they tortured you and did the most heinous acts imaginable when we first met, but you never really went into it very well, what they've done. So is your mind still left broken as it was when we first met?
No, I'm very sure of what I'm doing now. But I thank you for remembering.
Well, I am here to help however I can. I hunt lawbreakers and the evil down, trying to make this world a better place whenever I can.
Okay, it appears.
That's not what I believe you to be, but now that you say that, that's reassuring.
Okay, so, right then, a line of monks carrying buckets of various items walks from the temple into the courtyard and then through with their heads bowed, not acknowledging anyone around them, just kind of keeping their heads down, and they proceed to walk past everyone and through the door into the infirmary. And Vanessa would know that that was the cleaning crew. And so Vanessa was in conversation with Dea.
Yeah.
And she says, if you are unable, or for whatever reason you feel like it would not be in your best interest to do as we request, then
What is it you're requesting again?
healing 5 meds.
I cannot heal what is not here. If there were a corpse to heal, that would be a different matter. Then I would have to make a decision. But there is no corpse. There is no body. There is no thing to heal. I understand that a spirit lives on in existence and can wander to heaven, to hell, to the netherworlds. I don't know where they might go. Many different versions of that exist.
She rocked.
But there is nothing here for me to do for you, sister. You just have to take the lead of your coven.
If you cannot, do you plan on keeping her spirit trapped forever?
Perhaps.
The one red-haired one in the back looks up and says, "That sounds like slavery."
I was out of your wheelhouse.
I did not trap her spirit. She placed her spirit within the bundle.
She didn't fight herself.
So you
Twisting
have.
their word, Vanessa. They're
So-
tricking you.
So if you are unable to heal her, then relinquish the bundle and let us seek it elsewhere.
No. This is the only thing I have from my mother. The only thing I have to ever remember her by. And it is linked to me. And you may not have it.
So with that, you see the demeanor of these ladies change. Okay, so we got 2 hands up here, so let's go with Tamark first.
Why would we release such great evil back on the world if it's already been vanquished? Or at least imprisoned?
Well, I don't know. That's for you to answer. We have our own loyalty, as I've already told Sister. And now, Shadrach, you had your hand up. Or were you finished?
Shadrach will
Oh,
step up and stand beside Vanessa and try to take her hand while staring at the woman. And I will say to the woman, leave now while you can.
Dea looks at Vanessa and says,
Can't do it yet. But I've got.
Oh, is it in the car?
Yeah.
All right, we gotta pause. Hold on. Sorry.
That's all right.
Do you let Shad take your hand?
Yes, and she squeezes it.
You're evil.
Well, let me have that jar.
They're tricking you.
Do we hear
They're
bones
using you.
crackle when you take it?
We're being diplomatic, Shadrach.
Do you know what they did to me?
It's so personal.
Diplomatic? Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry that your mother is dead, but I seen how releasing her back into the world to do evil once again.
Yes, I don't.
I just don't understand why we would do that.
We wouldn't do that. That's the point. They're trying to talk us into doing that.
Yeah, no one's doing that.
This is going to be.
We can escort them back out of the monastery now.
I say we
Just don't understand how they would even think that that would be an idea we would entertain.
They came here to manipulate you, Vanessa.
Of course they did.
I was afraid of all along. And after what we just went through, they appear. Do you not see my concern?
So my bigger concern would be is they obviously want her. If they can't have her, they will be back with force.
Yeah.
You've all got a firm grasp on the obvious.
They were not going to just let this drop.
No, I know. So.
And I made the point.
Throw the magic jar in front of them and be done with it.
I squeezed Vanessa's hand and I say, my love, it's very hard for me to let them go. Everything tells me that I must destroy them.
She's still sitting right there on the bench next to me, so
I don't care.
then that's what you're saying. But Cobb's not there to witness it, so.
Yeah. If they don't know by now that I.
They know. He said their demeanor changed. So let's see what they say now.
Say blah 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 blah.
Yes.
But just remember the Shad's eyes are red with green pupils right now.
Oh, he's mad.
And even Vanessa could see kind of like a ripple under his skin. Wanting to change. Wanting to shift right here and now.
Yep. His fingers are getting longer.
He said we can't fight them here, Bart. And Shad's like, oh yes I can.
Okay. So Dea turns to Daryl, who is frozen again, but that's okay if that's the way we gotta do it. That's okay, as long as we can hear him. And she says, "Is that your decision?"
Yes.
Then she turns and she says, "Sister, daughter has spoken. Let us leave this place." And as they
Do it quickly.
start to march out. Oh, okay, here we
I
go.
will lead them
Wait, hold
through the
on.
temple.
Jason had to fuck it up. Roll a group charisma check right now. That's a D20 plus everybody. D20
Oh
plus
shit,
your
I rolled a
charisma.
30.
D20 plus your charisma, and I will ask for numbers. So, we will start with the most senior member present, Bartholanthus.
I rolled a 19.
Alright, I need to write this down. Bart, what's your
13, it's
36?
29.
Okay.
No,
26?
no, it's 19
Oh,
and 13.
19, okay, 32. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, and then we will go to Shadrach.
22.
And then we will go to Pyko.
20 total.
Then we will go to Tamark.
10.
You didn't roll a 1, did you?
No.
Okay.
2. I rolled a 2.
Well, that's better than a 1 because a 1 counts as 2 losses. Okay. And then Vanessa.
13.
Gee.
Holy shit. Okay.
As she turns and smiles at you guys,
Okay.
The big slusky grin.
So the
Well, she had him frothing at the mouth.
the one red-haired one, she says, "Let me kill him before we leave." And Dea puts her hand up and says, "No, sister-daughter has requested that we leave, and we will honor her wishes. However, once that one," and she points to Shadrach, "once he leaves the safety of this sanctuary, we will hunt him down, and we will make sure he does not forget us again."
leave this place now.
And they turn to leave, and they do so.
I will walk with them to make sure they leave the temple grounds. Just following, not next to them, but
Sure.
following to watch what they do and where they go.
Tamar, you are recognized.
So Shag,
Do you wait until they're gone, or do you say this?
I wait until they're gone.
Okay. So before you start that, does anyone else need to do anything time sensitive as Vanessa is escorting them out?
I was watching for it.
Okay, hearing nothing, then no one does it. Pike, okay, you're just checking to make sure you weren't frozen. I didn't want you behind the screen going, me. Okay. All right, so.
Get close to the heart, and then maybe we should take care of something later.
What?
I think we need to contact Blackout from beyond.
What? Fuck yeah, one.
Okay, so let's go back to Tamar, who was talking to somebody.
Yes, so I come over to Shag and I put my arm around him, trying to console him. And I was like, so if you remember right, Shag, I'm a person who has the ability under law to be contracted to hunt certain individuals down and bring them to justice. If you would like to seek such justice, I could, for a payment, go to the justice around here, and you could draw up a contract and take care of these individuals so that they never hurt anybody ever again.
What?
You careful,
I'm like
I'm going to stalk them before they get to the stream and rip their throats out. And I'm gonna, let me know when I can shape change.
You can do so right now.
I turn into a crow.
Okay. So
I'll
meanwhile,
fly up on the parapet or the wall and watch them go.
Vanessa, you have followed them out the infirmary door, and they all move away, not in like any not in any strict formation or anything, just a group of tired women. And I need Vanessa to roll. Let's see. I need Vanessa to roll a charisma check with disadvantage, please. And that's weird. Jason just went to his icon, and it caused Daryl's feed to go live again. That's amazing.
Well, with my disadvantage, I rolled a 1.
Well, but you're not a natural one.
God.
Or you did roll, did you roll a natural one?
Yes.
Oh, okay, implode.
I haven't added anything to it.
Okay,
I
implode,
have a
please.
6 and a 1.
Go ahead and implode that, please.
And there he freezes again.
11.
That's exactly what happened. Jason came back and Daryl froze. That's amazing. But that's okay.
Oh,
Okay, so,
you're a little glitchy too.
so that is a minor. That would be called a serious failure. So what happens is, as they're leaving, the Abbot Patrick is walking around the corner as if he had walked around the building from his little house south and around that corner on the left. If you remember the map, or if it
I
matters.
just got to bring up the jib jab and I can look at it.
Okay, well, it's not that
Somewhere
important.
on there.
I just wanted to make sure that it made sense. And then he's
And
like,
I scrolled through all the YouTube links.
he goes, oh, Sister Vanessa, who were all those people? As they are moving away, like they don't stop, and he didn't seem to be in that much of a hurry, so.
They are the members of the Southern Coven who have just threatened to kill Shadrach and probably me.
What?
My mother, Faimez, the same woman that cursed Don Quixote, is their leader. And they wanted me to bring her spirit to life. And tried to hold the blend over me like the sword of Damocles. They are leaving, but they are not, should not be let back in. You should, I can warn security, or someone should. You there, and I say to the guard, those women that just left here, they're not to be let back in.
The abbot kind of looks up and he says, are you forgetting our mission?
Of course not.
What is the point of this monastery if not to accept all, as long as they do no harm?
They did no harm here,
So
but they have ill intent.
why did you ask them to leave because of their ill intent?
Yes.
He kind of looks around, seeing that there are a few people, and he says,
They wanted my sacred bundle, and I will not relinquish it.
okay, and?
That is why they left.
So they left of their own accord.
Yeah, he didn't really ask you to leave.
When I told them they could not have what they sought, their leader said, ladies, let's go.
Uh-oh.
And they went,
Yeah.
but not before threatening the lives of Shadrach and others. And for that reason, I would suggest they're not let back in.
And,
Have you heard of the Southern Coven?
yes, when I traveled with Don Quixote, I was very familiar with them.
You knew Don Quixote?
Yes.
I removed his curse.
Yes, I remember you telling me, but there was a lot going on at that
He
time.
struck the killing blow to Faimez.
She probably deserved it.
The very woman that cursed him.
However, that is not what we're discussing, and I feel like this might need to be discussed at another time.
It just is shocking to me that I did not know this. Very well. The coven means to do harm, but they didn't threaten to come back here and do harm. They threatened that once we were outside the safety of the monastery. So I don't think they would come back, but if they did, I would suggest asking them to leave.
I will send for you when I think it's appropriate before my rage causes me to say things that I could not pull back from my lips. And he turns around and he says, I suggest that you spend some time in the infirmary, perhaps tending to those that might be ill or wounded. And then he goes to say something else and he says, that is my suggestion, sister.
She bows and says, as you request, Abbot. I'm sorry I've offended you.
He says,
she will turn to go.
He says, don't apologize to me. Just refamiliarize yourself with the whole reason of our existence. Please. Jason has his hand up.
I'll slide to Vanessa's shoulder. Vanessa.
Heading to the infirmary.
Well, you're like 2 steps away from going in the door. So as you turn to head in, this well-known crow lands on your. Unless you decide you don't want it.
I allow it.
Okay.
I allow it, and I turn and say, "I'm going into the infirmary. Wait."
Okay, hold on, Jay.
So I guess I should have asked this before. So describe your shape changing, because I've never seen this before.
Oh, so he's talking to Jason. So.
Right. So you said you did this right in front of me, so I imagine this is going to be quite
Okay, that's
surprising
fair.
to me.
I think he left. I think he left before you were granted that ability.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So you would have seen Shad just kind of like roll his eyes up into his head, and all of a sudden there was this burst of black feathers, and a crow flew away from where he was standing.
Okay, so it wasn't like the slow bones breaking.
It was
and
quick.
changing. Okay.
It was quick. Yeah. Well,
I
I
like
would say
that.
by my approximation.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be like some like slow process or something, but okay, it was like poof and.
More or less. I mean, not like instantaneous.
What was that?
Unless you say different, Cobb.
He'll be back in a moment.
Wait. Wait.
You need to pray and heal.
Wait.
So what?
And I will turn back into a human and say, no, they're gonna cause us harm.
They didn't threaten to come back here. They said when we leave, and we will leave, and then we will deal with that. I understand your anger, but I cannot
I'm worried about you,
support it.
I'm worried about you.
I know they've hurt you,
So how much damage?
and I can't stop you from seeking vengeance. I can't stop you from seeking vengeance, but I cannot assist you.
No, I don't ask you to assist me. I ask you to be wary, to be strong.
Thank you.
Because this is what I was worried about before.
She puts her arm around Shadrach. I appreciate your concern. And I want you to be wary and careful as well.
Jason, I need you to quit talking over. You're too forceful, and you're cutting people off. So I guess you need to raise your hand until we can get into a better rhythm. And I can see why you wouldn't be able, because I can't see him moving, so it's off. But anyway, that would be helpful. Go ahead, Daryl. What did you say?
I understand and I appreciate your concern, and I want you to prepare. So when we do leave and head north, you're ready to face whatever they're bringing, which you know will be severe. We have to be ready.
Go ahead, Jason.
I know what I'm ready, but I don't want to endanger the rest of you. And I'm sorry that I brought that upon us. But these women, they are not good. Their intentions are not good. They wish to restore an evil to the world that I cannot tolerate. And if you wish to go on, go, and I will face them alone. Haymark has suggested that he would help me, but the help he has offered is it's not what I need.
I'm surprised that he hasn't got a warrant for them already. There's been reports of women wearing yellow clothes running around attacking people and robbing people, but maybe that's not why he's here.
Sir Guy told me of his uncle who slew these people, these witches, and I believe that there is some kind of warrant for them. I don't know the laws of this land, but I will protect you as best I can. Don't worry
I
about
love you,
me.
Shadrach. I love you, buddy.
Okay, hold on. Pause. Brad, go.
Can we dispel magic on that fucking bundle of yours?
Now you.
So quit calling out to him.
Now, just so you, who's around Brad? Who's around Bart right now? As far as I know, it's Pikel and Tamark, or am I missing something?
No, I thought I was close to Vanessa. I was listening in.
Okay, I must have missed. You said you got up and followed him out. Go ahead.
But Vanessa, can we dispel magic on that bundle, please? Finish.
I tried that when I first.
I'm more powerful. I can probably dispel it.
I believe you, but I would like to extract the spirit to cleanse the bundle. My plan is to capture this.
It'll dispel the spirit. That's what I'm trying to get rid of her spirit. She's still alive inside that. It's like a magic jar. It's holding her spirit. Holding her spirit, keep her alive.
I will allow you to attempt that, yes.
Okay.
But I will.
Not to be disrespectful or anything, but we need to get rid of her.
I agree. I thought that trapping the spirit, I've made a receptacle, I've crafted a receptacle to capture the spirit to remove it from the bundle. So if you're unsuccessful, then I still have a recourse. But as you said, I realize, and I appreciate your wisdom and years. So what I will do is give this to you. Are you ready to do this? Perform your magic?
Yeah, I can cast it.
She reaches within her blouse and she pulls out a leather cord with a hand-sized leather bundle
I want to
that's
touch
got.
it. Down on the bench over here.
You're gonna do it right here, right now? You don't need time, or?
Right here, right now.
I think we should maybe not do it right here.
I'm not.
Jason's got his hand up. Go ahead.
When you mention about bringing out the bundle right there, and Bart says, I'm going to do it right here, Shad lurches forward and makes this noise that a human shouldn't make. And then pulls himself back. Shaking, shivering, sweat covering his body.
I sit it in the prescribed place that Bart asked me to sit the bundle.
So where are you guys right now?
In the courtyard.
You said I was 2 steps from going into the infirmary.
So you guys need to come to a consensus just so I can picture it.
Okay.
But you guys decide where you want to be.
I'm right there with her.
go over by the wall, almost, basically. You have them set it down on the bench.
So back to the courtyard is where you guys go?
Yeah.
Okay. Go
And
ahead.
then I'll cast the spell magic on it.
This could dispel mine as well.
That's why I said set it down and step away.
I mean, they're linked.
Okay, so now, as far as I know, everyone is in the courtyard again. So if someone is
Yes.
if someone is not there, you'll need to get my attention. Okay, Jason's got his hand up.
No, I'm there, but I'm gonna I have an action.
I moved to the opposite side of the courtyard from where he's doing his thing. In fact, I will leave. I will go back to the infirmary.
Yeah.
Okay, let that be known that Vanessa, so to those of you who have not been privy to the entire conversation, apparently there's something going on that is causing Vanessa, and I would dare say probably not with a stoic expression, but maybe one of discomfort, maybe, or maybe even sadness. I don't know. That would be up for Daryl to describe, but she leaves the courtyard and goes to the
Before I go, I say, please bring me the bundle when you're done.
I will. Promise.
And I leave.
Okay.
So I have a question.
So now Tamark's gonna jam in here.
Not understanding or knowing how this stuff works, but is there any way that whatever you're about to do could release her?
What?
Is there any way in which the thing that you're about to do could release her from her prison?
I'm not going to release her from her prison. I'm dispelling magic to release. Well, I guess it is releasing her from the prison. It's releasing her into the. She can't no longer harm anybody.
So Bart, I'm going to ask you. Upon looking at the spell, it says it removes. It can do several things. First, it removes spells and spell-like effects from creatures or objects.
Right.
Second, it disrupts the casting or use of these in the area of effect at the instant the spell is cast. And it also says a dispel magic does not affect a specially enchanted item such as a magical scroll, ring, wand, rod, staff, miscellaneous item, weapon, shield, or armor unless it is cast directly upon the item. This renders the item non-operational for 1d4 rounds.
That's it?
That's what the spell says.
Damn. Okay, well, I'll do it anyway, because she pops out, we can try to figure out.
I know that you have a lot of spells to keep track of, but I wanted to read you what it said. It might inform what you're trying to accomplish.
Okay.
So, what I would like you to do, well, okay, before we get to that, Jason has his hand up.
Shad says to Bart, do it. Do it now.
Okay, so, Brad,
Hold on.
what, well, okay, Tamark's got something.
So, if she winds up being released, we have no weapons upon us, and we'll be utterly defenseless to try to thwart her attack of rage for, I assume, you people who put her in there. Is this a correct assumption?
She was killed.
Obviously, she's not dead enough because you say her essence is in that thing.
And that's why I say, do it now.
I remember
Destroy that bundle.
us having ghosts attack us before that we were unable to really do harm on.
Fine.
So I'm just kind of picturing the same scenario happening all over again. Is this an adequate assumption on my part?
Hold on a second.
Bart is now deep in thought as he, what's the term besides goes, as he investigates this sacred bundle and,
Right.
and thinks to himself, well, this is a very interesting magical experiment that may or may not happen. There are many ways that which this could go, and as I just read the spell out loud, I'm sure some of you may agree with that assessment that this is not a sure thing, but you can see that the maestro is actually thinking long and hard, which is almost unsettling because the elven prince normally acts on impulse, at least that you've seen this particular crew. You don't often see him in his more focused times. What he does on his own time and place, you know, he doesn't tend to talk about it. He just produces results, and however he achieves them is his to know. But this, I want to make clear, this has presented him with something that you all are like, this motherfucker's, this engineer is trying to solve the collapsing bridge without killing the people walking across the bridge. So, Jason has his hand up.
Give it to me. Give it to me now.
Hold on.
And though, Michael, I told you you could just get my attention, I'm going to go ahead and ask, is there anything you're doing other than watching with bated breath at the...
He's very hard, looking something up in his brain.
So I guess Michael is also deep in thought, thinking about what he could possibly do to either aid or totally fuck up this situation.
We do have no weapons on us, right? They were taken.
Well, if you did, you would be shocked every round for a D6 points of damage, which normally takes out.
So now. So before we were allowed to carry our weapons around.
Well,
But now
there was a
can.
time when you got approval.
Oh, okay.
Oh no!
Oh no, what?
Oh, everybody
dropped out.
There should be nobody around. This is
I like the fact that Daryl's screen shows an empty room. I guess he got up and then it froze because it was like.
I'm here though.
Yeah,
Dude,
funny.
on my side, I can see
you
him
can
just
see him
fine.
on yours.
Yeah.
That's random fucking internet.
Maybe the extra camera jam, where I like it, maybe it's jibbing the Jones.
I would agree. I mean, even though I'm paying for lots of bandwidth, everything gets used right now.
No,
Yeah.
hold on. I'm logged in.
We got a full boat right now. So
At first I thought Dan was at his home,
So
and then I realized shortly after that, oh wait a minute, he's in the room with Cod.
I'm almost willing to bet that it's not your bandwidth, it's something else.
wait, Dan,
Well,
please.
It's not your router because I'm doing just fine.
yeah. Well, then it could be the computer just can't handle it. That is a cheaper used computer I purchased from somewhere.
It could just need to be optimized better.
Well,
I mean, what is it, an i5 or?
That's not magic jar, temporary on
computer?
Yeah, what's the chip in it? An i5?
I don't know.
Is it an Intel or an AMD? No.
All right. Jason's got his hand up.
Shad is like almost in Bart's face. He's like, do something.
Get out of my face.
Give it to me.
I think I could go there to the receptacle.
I'm sorry, Michael, you were breaking up. Can you try again?
I said, I think I can move that spirit to the other jar.
Does anybody can help me with this? Like,
Give it to me.
Shut up. God.
You're gonna get it right. Just hold on, Shag.
I'm trying to see what this is affected by.
Well, didn't he cast a spell magic? Don't you roll or something?
No, he is.
What I'm trying to do is trying to figure out what magic jar does. If it's affected by the spell magic a certain way, then it neutralizes it. Or
Daryl, I read him the actual spell description just to make sure he understood what he could do.
Okay, I only have the pre-spell at my, so I don't know. Thank you.
You're
magic
welcome.
jar stuff back into the receptacle and remove making it soft. Oh, okay. Well,
Eh?
yeah, I'll put it back into its own body.
Empty chair talking to me.
With the chest of it in the jar of support.
I'm going to take a picture of that and send it to you. Let's see. How do I do that?
That spirit.
Receptacle is range. Life force. The host.
I can't believe that computer is more powerful than my tablet.
It's spell both the host and the chest. Okay.
I'm more worried that maybe...
Spell magic will dispel a spirit out of a magic jar.
It's out, though.
Is that a wire
No,
or wireless?
It's connected by Ethernet.
Hardwire?
Because the host body no longer exists.
Could she come? So since she doesn't have a body, if she is released, can she possess another body?
She could do that now from inside the bundle if she wants to. But if I release her and there's no host body around, and she can't take mine, then she's fucked. She's right out of the magic jar. Period. Says in the magic jar. Write in the description magic jar. Spell magic against receptacle forces out them back into its own body. Cast the magic jar is forced back into his own body and spell in. The host body is slain. The caster returns to the receptacle if within range, and the life force of the host departs. If the host body is slain beyond range of the spell, both the host and the caster die. So as long as we don't have a host around but me, she can't take over my body. I'm too high level. Well, I got to roll, but
So we'll translate that into game language somehow. So in other words, we all need
Hold on. Jason had his hand up for a while. Go ahead.
I'm casting.
Okay, what are you casting?
Lion's Claws. Casting time 1.
Okay. And though you've cast it before, just tell us what we see.
Shad staring at Bart while he's holding the bundle. I assume he's holding the bundle.
yeah.
Shad reaches into his bag and just holds this, looks like a ball of hair, maybe, and takes a deep breath and just roars, and claws extend from his hands, and he's like, "Give it to me!"
Cobb, look at your messenger.
And then Tamark, you were asking or saying something to
It's
someone.
like so. If she's released and she can take a body, how far do we need to be standing away from this so she can't take ours?
1.
Or is it so far that it just doesn't fucking matter? She can take us no matter where we're at in this place.
Block my protection from evil spell. The single reward success words. Hey, Michael, can you cast your protection from evil?
Yeah.
Cast protection from evil around me, and then step back out of the fucking, out of the area of effect of that spell. And then I should be able to dispel magic on her, on the bundle, and she won't be able to take over host body.
Michael says I can move the spirit from the bundle to the jar, or the statue if you want.
What? Why would they want to put it in a statue?
So it ain't
Where's the statue?
we can.
I just want to release her out and be done with it. She can't take over the host body if there's protection evil around.
Alright, I will cast. Alright.
Okay, you cast protection from evil 10-foot radius over here where you guys are gonna stand. I'll dispel magic on her on the bundle. And,
I'll gather the cast protection of evil.
Okay.
In
And what is your area of effect?
10 foot.
that's not over me, that's over everybody else who's trying not to be taken over.
Yeah.
So that's a 10-foot radius, you said, which is a 4th level pre-spell. Is that what you're wanting to cast?
Yeah, believe so.
Okay. And what is the radius? What is inside the circle, if you will?
Who?
Or who or what's inside the circle of the 10-foot radius?
Well, myself, Shadrach,
Tamar and Vanessa.
Sorry, Clark.
No.
I heard Michael and Shadrach, and who else?
I forgot the Kmart.
Tamar. And what about Bart?
No, not.
Not Bart. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the encompasses a much larger area and its duration is greater. The effect is centered on and moves with the creature touched. Who do you touch?
I will touch Shadrach because saying I'll touch myself sounds bad.
Okay.
Hey, wasn't that a song?
Any protected creature within the circle will break the warding against enchanted summoned monsters if you attack those monsters. So that's one of those deals where if you attack something that you were trying to keep out, then you basically break the protection.
Yeah.
A creature unable to fit completely into the area remains partially exposed and subject to whatever penalties the DM decides. If such a creature is the recipient of the spell acts as a normal protection from evil spell for that creature only. To complete this spell, the priest must trace a circle 20 foot in diameter using holy or unholy water and incense. Do you have those spell components?
I guess I would. We've never discussed that, but I think I've made holy water in the past. When we were dealing with all the undead, so I made the grenades.
Roll roll a d20. Let's see if you do.
15? Whatever that means.
Okay. You have just enough holy water remaining to complete the circle.
Alright. I pop open an old glass grenade that I made, and I'll walk around and pour the circle, and I will touch Shadrach and say, Warden, ward us from evil. forge as hard as iron and keep this witch out. And that's about it.
Okay, so even though it's kind of worded, of course, dumb like it always is. So what that is you trace the circle around Shadrach, and then you touch him, and he can move wherever. He doesn't have to remain in what you traced. It's just to cast the spell is what the circle was for, and then after that, it's a moving circle. Or if it moves with Shadrach, wherever he goes, in other words.
Right.
And it lasts for 1 turn per level, so that's quite a while. So for Pykel, that's at least an hour.
Alright. So tell Shad to stay put.
Okay, so Shadrach, you can talk if you want, or you can just relax and... Brad, what do you think, brother? You got anything?
Shad pounces on Pykel.
I'm casting the spell at it.
Well, hold on now. I don't understand, Shadrach. What are you talking about?
When he reaches to touch me, my spell casting time is 1. I've got lion's claws.
Yeah,
When he reaches to
that's already
me,
done. That's already done.
I smack him away.
You don't let him touch you.
So you.
I don't know what he's doing.
I just asked you to cast protection from evil on you.
So I'm not sure. I'm not
Pykel-
sure, Jason.
Pykel
If
sees Shad just ready to like rip his face off.
Jason, did you not hear what Bart said, or are you role playing this
Yes, I
out?
see spelling magic, and then he did protection from evil. Shad is just very emotional right now, but he's not going to attack Pykel.
Okay.
But he looked close to it.
I mean, I'm not telling you how to role play your character. I just want to make sure you're making an informed decision. That's all.
No, I am. I know what's going on, and Shad wants to take the bundle and just rip it to shreds. But he understands. Deep inside, he understands.
So did that disrupt his spell when he slapped his hand away?
Well, he just said that he didn't do that.
Oh.
That's what I was saying. I wasn't sure if he didn't hear something or...
I contemplated attacking Pykel and withdrew.
Alright, so that spell is cast. So now, Bart, you just said something.
I spell magic. Okay. I
Alright.
cast spell magic, so what do we have to do for that? It's going to force her spirit out of the magic jar. Force her to try to take a host.
Okay. 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 Well, you cast Dispel Magic. Do you do... if you would like to increase your chances of success, you may cast this spell with more flair, or you can just say, I cast Dispel Magic, and then we let the dice have no change to them. So how would you like to do it, sir?
I take the bundle again. Oh shit. I gotta find it again. Then I start mumbling, roll my hand around it, and I start getting magical Oregon and like push it out. Try to push her out of it.
Abjure Arcane Vey.
Yeah. I'm drunk there.
Okay. You all in the area feel almost like a wave of something that you cannot describe. Though some of you are familiar with magic, this magic feels different for you because your magic is mana from some type of outer plane, where this magic is taking magic from somewhere else. And in the movements of the spellcaster and the magical words spoken in a quick wave and a tiny hum, almost as if water drips away from the sacred bundle, gugoosh, but it just as quickly as it siphons off and goes to the ground, it disappears. Oh, looky there.
Look who it is.
It's a hey.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Appearing in front of Bart, but on the opposite side of the sacred bundle, Faimez apparates, pow, and she goes, ah! And just lets out this blood-curdling scream. And, I mean, it's loud, and like birds fly off in the distance, and people on the other side of the walls all turn. And at that moment, as Bart has got the sacred bundle, she reaches forward and you both engage in a magical struggle. And Bart, you are... Ah, there it is. Okay. You don't roll anything. You realize that you have cast your spell perfectly. But the power of Faimez's will is strong, and the dice shall decide if it is stronger than your magic. And I will roll this out in the open for all to see. And so, I would like to switch the camera angle for you all, because I think it will be fun. And if you don't like it, you can kiss my behind.
I would never doubt you. What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
I
it's
would
more.
never doubt you.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see. She is that.
Roll that one.
And so
Here, wait, put her out there next to him.
Whee!
Hopefully she has negative.
okay. So I need to look up the number that she needs to roll. I could have just made it
But
up.
I have successfully cast Lion Claws, just for the record.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, well, she has, I will say this, she has less than a 50% chance to make it.
Wow.
Needs a 12. An 18!
Wow.
Boo!
Okay.
That was off the screen, and I'm calling bullshit.
It wasn't off the
No, I'm
screen,
kidding.
it was up here. Okay. So,
He's got a witness now.
I got all kinds of witnesses.
Reroll.
Yeah,
Okay.
do you have any tokens? You might want to use a token.
I use the 37 to adjust her roll.
Oh, that would be great, wouldn't it? Where am I going?
Good use.
Okay.
If it's allowed.
Okay. It is
Yeah,
not.
of course, reroll.
It affects...
I use my 37 to force her to reroll.
No, it doesn't. You can only use it on your own rolls. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
Hey, you could try re-rolling so that you fail.
Okay. So
Hey-oh.
she screams, and she reaches out, and you guys are having this tug of war, And then
Yeah.
she looks at you, Bart, and she goes, I win this round! And she goes shoo, right back in, just like that.
You're gonna do it again! Oh, tomorrow.
And with that, if anyone wants to do anything at this moment, they may. Besides answering their phones.
So did she go into the jar or into his body?
No, she went back into the bundle. Okay,
Yeah, he's already
Jason's got his hand up.
done.
Jason,
Me?
go ahead, yeah. Shadrach.
Shad will
You're next.
attack the bundle, attempting to shred it to pieces with his claws.
Doesn't do anything.
Okay. Tamar?
So I guess he's going to do that, and then I'd be like, why would she want to be trapped in the bundle? What is the significance
So
of
she
the
can take
bundle?
another body when she can kill one she can take over.
Okay, Vanessa heard a blood-curdling scream. Does she do anything with that information?
She is doing as the abbot requested and tending to the sick and injured.
So she ignores the scream from the courtyard.
She shivers
Mhm.
and continues
All right.
as she prays.
Fair enough. Okay. And then, just so we're covered here, so Shadrach is doing that thing. Anything from Pikel, or is he just like, "Duh"?
No, Michael's offered to try to move the spirit from the bundle to the receptacle that Inez made.
Yeah, but I'm asking if you're doing anything now.
That's why I'd be proposing to Bart. I
If you
mean,
want to do it, Joe, if you want to try it, you go ahead and try it. She's creeping us out right now, so
Okay, so
it would have worked better if we had both done it at the same time.
Shadrach, you are attempting to strike something held by someone. That it would be a called shot. So I need you to roll an attack, please.
All right.
Use my tongue like to do,
I hit armor class 3.
Okay, and with the -4, that takes it to armor class 7.
no.
That to hit a sacred bundle, that is a hit. It has no dexterity.
Tumbling.
It has no. Well, you were talking to
Oh, okay.
Michael. So roll Denkus, please.
What do I roll?
Whatever your claw damage is, do you have that, or
It's a D4 plus 1.
then roll a
I have some
D4.
strength bonus.
Then
Like,
roll a D4
I
plus
have some
1.
strength bonus, but I haven't had an increased strength. 3 points.
3 points. Okay, let me just double check and see about, because I think there's actually a thing in here about damaging equipment. And not there. Miscellaneous.
what
I
the
tried to destroy this piece of shit before. You wouldn't let me. It must be destroyed.
Yeah, but if we don't do it properly, no, never mind. Whatever. Do what you feel. Done.
Alright. Okay, so there it is. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Table 28.
I
There
mean,
it is.
technically I get 2 attacks, but I'll just rip it once.
Well, take your second attack.
Armor class 11.
That is a miss. Okay. So you damage the bag, but not enough to consider it destroyed. So Bart, I would like you to make, and I would like Shadrach to both make strength checks, please. You're rolling a d20, adding your strength, and you're giving me the total. And I will call for numbers, and I will start with good old Bart.
24.
Okay, and I would like Shadrach's number.
19.
Okay, so that just means you didn't knock it out of his hand. So he's got it, and that is where that round stops. Now, do we need to move to initiative, or shall we consider it out of a thing where we need to have people go at a certain time? That's up to you guys. How do you want to do it?
I will not attack.
So what the fuck, Chad?
Okay, so no rolls. Just play the scene out. Everyone's there except for Vanessa.
Parlay.
I know it needs to be destroyed, Chad, but we need to do it properly.
Do it!
I did what I could today. I gotta wait till tomorrow now.
So please explain to me the significance of this bag and why she wants to stay in it.
Okay, hold on. Vanessa, you hear Shadrach out there yelling in the courtyard. Do you do anything with that information?
I go to the courtyard.
Okay, so you are all there. Please, you all, now when you want to talk, if you would just say, or when you're finished speaking, say over, because I need you guys to moderate your own scene, and go.
So what is the significance of this bag that she really wants to stay in the bag versus anything else?
It's a vessel holding her spirit. She holds her spirit until such time she decides to take a host. And if she finds somebody weak enough that she can overtake their body, she'll take their body and become her again. But, so she's just waiting for the right opportunity to find a person to host her spirit. We need to drive her from the bundle and destroy her spirit before she has a chance to do that.
We have the ability to destroy her spirit. Because when I was fighting these ghosts before with Shad, we were quite ineffective with regular weapons.
You didn't have magic helping either.
What is going on here?
Okay, so hold on a second. So this is the part that gets fun. Ready? So, whenever Vanessa says, "What is going on here?" Vanessa hears, "What is going on here?" The rest of you hear, "What's going on?" She appears to be somewhat a tiny, like her face has taken on this subtle, bestial appearance. Just so tiny, just like the facial expression has more of a
Ogreish?
it's just so faint, but it's obvious that there's something different about Vanessa at this moment that kept her from focusing on what she was trying to do, that I forgot to tell her before, but I just now thought of it. And I'm hoping Daryl understands what this is about. Do you?
I think so.
Okay. I can message you if you have any questions, but something about you is different.
Am I coherent?
Yes, but you're definitely having trouble forming the same thoughts. And you feel as though there could be you're having a hard time like getting reception. You know what I mean?
Focus is, I feel out of place. I feel blurry.
Not blurry, just your focus is definitely less, and your ability to understand nonverbal communication maybe is lessened. Like you almost want to act more than think. And it's troubling, but you know why.
Did it work? I try to speak again.
Is anybody going to respond to that or no?
No, yeah, we were,
Oh.
me and Shag were holding.
Go ahead, Shadrach.
Vanessa enters the area, the courtyard.
Correct.
Vanessa sees Shad turn towards her. His hands are like these big, fudgy lion's claws, and his eyes are red, and he's like, "What?"
Tamar looks at Vanessa and he's like, huh? The fuck was that? Are you okay?
Did it work?
No, I almost worked. She got hold of it back to the bundle. Let's try it again.
I don't know.
But I need to rest to do it again.
I've prepared a receptacle to extract her spirit from the bundle.
What you guys hear is, I made thing that hold her.
Oh, I know.
You know, you reverted. Damn.
Go ahead, Shadrach.
What's the most obvious focus I would have right now on a person?
Are you under any effect that would lessen your regular ability to focus?
Aside from trying to rip the bundle out of Bart's hands, no.
Well, I can't impose a penalty upon your character if you don't deserve it, so I'd have to say no.
So I'm going to try to grab the bundle.
Okay. This time people are aware. So your action would be to attack. You don't have to say any specific attack, but a grab is considered an attack. It would be considered probably a brawling. I'll have to look it up. So, Bart, do you have
I'm not trying to hurt
Yeah,
Bart.
I know. Bart, do you have an action?
Yeah, I pulled it out. You give it to me, and I pulled it away in the last second. But easy with it.
So we would consider that a parry, okay? And then does Pykel have an action?
I will help Bart. I
Okay.
guess I would do the assistance to Bart by deflecting.
Yeah, you would do the help action, which we have. Then we would go to Tamar. Do you have an action?
Yes.
Which is?
I am going to drop to the ground and roll,
Well, that's just movement. What's your action?
trying to knock his legs off from under.
That's considered an attack. That's a brawl, okay? Vanessa, do you have an action?
I don't know if I'm capable of... I want to act.
Right, and what would you like to do?
I don't... They're looking at me like I'm stupid, and I don't... But I think I'm saying the right thing, so it's frustrating, and I'm gonna stand there and ponder that. I do nothing.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, gobsmacked. Her jaw drops open, and she just looks around. Yeah.
Okay. So did I make it clear that you are aware of what is happening? Daryl.
You said I knew why
Okay.
I was feeling that way.
Okay. And I sent a message to you in case that helps clarify.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, go ahead and check that.
Secret jam.
The bundle elevated her, remember?
Yeah. Oh.
I didn't give them mine. I gave them the one that contained Fimez, okay, just to be clear.
Okay, maybe the DM fucked it up. What, did you remove it from the one that had yours?
Yeah.
They aren't one, they're two.
I was under the impression when you did your spell, you took her power from her bundle and put it into yours.
You are correct.
So did
And
you...
I forgot that detail, so
Oh,
my bad.
I was going to say,
My
maybe
bad.
I forgot that you then separated it at some point, but if we're remembering the same thing, then that's fine.
I
So,
completely forgot that, or I would have changed things a little bit,
Okay.
but okay. That is the thing.
so do you
I
have
get it.
an action?
I moved for the bundle.
So you are grabbing
Yes.
attack. Okay, so since this is a fucking free-for-all, everybody roll initiative, please. And I am going to write down where I think, just so I can remember all this, because as fun as this is, it can get a little complicated. So, we
Yeah.
will start with, and we'll just start with on the left. That would be Shadrach. What'd you roll? A D10. You rolled a 3. Okay. And then we will go to Pykel.
Two.
A 2. And then we will go to Tamark. You rolled a 9. And then we will go to Bart.
3.
And then we will go to Vanessa.
10.
Oh, Vanessa is delayed. Wow. Her fucking sloogified jam is
That
having
goes
trouble
right- that goes
getting
right
the
along.
grumpkin going. Nice.
Whoever has it when I get there.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Shadrach and Bart,
Hey.
I need you to roll d20s, please. And then I will ask for the number, and we will start with Shadrach,
16.
and then we will go to Bart.
Natural 20.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, Bart, this may not help you.
Yeah.
Because the higher roll means this happens to you. So I need you to roll another d20.
20.
Another 20?
Yeah, 20.
Jesus. Okay.
I know, right? But it gets...
Okay. Roll a d6 for me, please.
1.
Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Bart, I need you to roll another d20.
20! No, 20! Oh, God.
Okay.
I want that dice, Wade.
Yeah. Okay. So what all that was for was, as Shadrach went to grab the bag, Bart went to move it, like to put it out there and go, and then pull it away. Pykel moved up to help. Unfortunately, when he moved up to help, he bumped into Bart, and Bart, the fucking bag goes doo-doo-doo-doo up in the air, and right when Shadrach goes to snag it, you grab it again, and that's because you made your saving throw, and so you could have been disarmed right away, but that is not what the dice say. So that just happened. Okay, and now we go to Pykel, who performs the help action, which means he distracts Shadrach during his attack. So Bart is parrying throughout the entire round. And so, Bart, you need to tell me. Reduces a non-warrior character's armor class by 1/2 your level. So, what is your highest level?
14.
So that is a minus.
What's the highest level?
Yeah.
18.
Okay, still 7. That's fine. Okay. So then we go to Shadrach, who has to roll a grab at disadvantage at a -7. So, Shadrach, roll 2 d20s, please. Give me the lower armor class that you hit.
I rolled a 3 and a 20.
Okay, so unfortunately, the 3. So you go to grab, and Pikel comes up and goes, "Stop that!" And he just kind of bats your arm down and causes you to miss. And that is your action, and that is your action, and that is your action. So we go to Tamar. Your action was
I was gonna.
you were going
grab
to
the
move.
ground, roll, and try to take his legs out from underneath him from behind.
Okay,
No
so
way.
Shadrach is right there. You don't have any ability to, as far as I know, disappear or
No.
move silently or whatever.
But I have 2 attacks.
So, well, with a grab you get 1.
I know.
Okay, so you move behind him, and then you try to knock him over somehow.
Yeah, I'm just basically trying to knock his legs out.
Okay, so roll to see if you can even get a hold of his legs. Roll to hit. That goes off your melee thackle on the left of your sheet.
So I rolled an 18, so I think I probably hit him.
Remember, it's thackle minus your dice roll.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
This is going to be an overbear. It's just an attempt to knock someone down.
So my melee tackle is 15. I rolled an 18, so -3, right?
Okay, so Shadrach, you technically have claws. So as he moves and gets behind you, you get an attack of opportunity on Tamar if you want it.
I do not take it.
Okay. So now you've moved into position, you have a hold of his legs, you're kind of like doing the jib jab. Now, if I remember correctly, on an overbear, you both need to roll, and let's see if I'm right. I'm going to say it's a strength check. Let's see if I'm right. I've been trying to make these combats as fast as I can, because I know that can be slow. Okay. Opposed strength roll, that's correct. So, both of you make a strength check, please. And I will ask for totals. And we will start with the attacker.
35.
35.
19.
Okay.
16, 35.
And Shadrach got a...
22.
Okay. So, the attack hits. They're an opposed strength roll to see if you keep your feet. The defender does not keep their feet. And you are basically knocked prone, and you are not able to move because you lose all actions for the remainder of the round. Okay. And that is where your turn ends.
Okay, so when it happens...
So you went already, then you went, and you can say a few words but no conversation. Go ahead.
No, it's like... You need to keep your wits about you, Shag.
Plenty good. Okay. And Shadrach, if you want to respond with a few tiny words, you can or not.
Shadrach just growls and falls to the ground.
Okay. And then last but not least, we come to Vanessa. Vanessa is doing a grab, if I remember correctly, or what?
As she swings her big meat hook, she says, "Mine!"
And you are attempting to grab the bag or something else?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
I
Vanessa
went
will
out for it.
need to make a attack roll. Thaco, minus your dice roll, please.
Melee attack. I hit an armor class of 1.
All right. So, Bart, what's your armor class?
1.
Oh, okay. So, you
I held it out.
grab... Okay, I must have missed it. I'm sorry. Well, if you held it out, then you don't even need to roll
I held it out.
just anything but a 1. If that's because if he's not defending, then that's just the way it is. So
Okay.
he holds it out. You grab it, and unless someone, except for Shadrach, unfortunately, would like, well, you've already moved. And
Yeah, I was
so
delayed.
theoretically, Pikel could move now, a half move if he wanted to. Would you like to move anywhere?
Yeah.
And then we would go to Vanessa. Do you want to take a half move anywhere? Now remember, if you move away,
Yes.
okay, where would you like to go?
Across the courtyard. That's where we are, correct?
Correct. And immediately, there's no delay. Upon your regaining of this sacred bundle, the effect that I described to you is removed and clarity of mind returns.
She puts it on and huddles against the wall for a minute.
Okay. And so that is where this round will end. So now my question is, do we need to roll initiative to keep going, or would we like to just go with scene? And I'll leave that up. If anybody wants an action, that would put us in initiative. So does anyone need an action that is timed or anything? Shadrach's got his finger up.
I'm shape-shifting.
Okay, so does anyone else, I mean,
No.
I was gonna let him go.
all right.
Con-
So
considering
I'm going
I
to say,
see
since it's
she
really
grabbed the
not,
bundle.
it's really not a combat act. It's an action, but it's not combat. So Shadrach, you can shapeshift into,
A rattlesnake.
okay. So Shadrach shapeshifts into a rattlesnake. Do you get up when it's, when?
Yeah,
Okay,
I let him
you
go.
get up. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and, as you see fit, tell me what your character does. Anybody can, I can't see Daryl. All he's doing is giving me a smug smile on the screen. He's frozen, but that's okay.
He's
Always
Yeah.
freezing up.
But your look is one of, so
All right.
it's, I should
I
probably
gather my wits
I should-
and face the group.
Okay, anyone else doing anything I need to be aware of?
I am going to apologize to Vanessa and explain to her what happened.
No, it's my fault. I should have never taken it off.
Hold on,
And as a
hold on. Shadrach, did you have something you wanted to interrupt, or?
Is there anybody within striking range?
Tamark and Bart. And Pikel.
I coil up like I'm gonna bite, and then I just hold my position and
Okay, go ahead, Vanessa and Bart.
It's my fault.
Your mother is
I should-
in the bundle.
Yes, I should have never taken it off. As a player, Daryl will explain that I forgot that they were not two separate
That's hey.
bundles still.
All I can say is, as many mistakes as I make, you should just, don't worry about it, brother, yeah.
Yeah, just
No,
walk
I'm not. I'm
away,
just
go on.
explaining why that's fucked up. That's why I did that. If I had remembered that I transferred the magic into my bundle, I would not have taken it off or given it to you. And as she says, I have a plan to extract the spirit from my bundle.
Yeah, I had her out. We almost
Okay.
almost had it taken care of, but she went back in. She overpowered me, I guess, a little bit. But,
They can perform an exorcism.
for all that.
Okay.
You got something for you force her into, other than a magic jar? We should probably do that.
Several monks accompanied with guards come into the courtyard. They kind of burst in and they're looking, and the monks are quiet, and the guard like, "What's going on in here? We heard a death scream in here." And they look around and only see you guys, and then
You gonna do that?
they look at Sister Vanessa. "Are you okay?"
Yes. Everything's okay now. Thank you.
Okay, Shadrach had his hand up first, and then we'll go to Tamark.
I turn into human form and just like vomit.
When I see him lean over, I pull back so he doesn't get my shoes. My boots or whatever.
All right, was there something you wanted to do?
Yeah, and I was like, it's just false alarm, carry on.
They make me a charisma check.
I say it in a laughing manner.
That's all right. Make a charisma check. We'll see if they think it's funny.
Oh, no they
A
don't.
natural one?
Yeah.
Implode! Yeah, my favorite! Here we go!
6 plus 2, so 16.
Oh, that. Yeah, that would be a serious failure. Okay. One of the guards apparently doesn't like your flippin' attitude and comes over and he's like, "Watch yourself! Sister Vanessa, is this guy being a problem?" And the one's like,
No.
"Snake! What's it doing in here?" And the one's like, "Don't slash it." One of the monks comes over and looks down at the snake and offers its hand like, just like, as if it was to...
Well, he said he changed backwards.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought so too.
Okay, I forgot. So,
And when the guards like, watch yourself, I was
They
like,
would have seen that. They would have seen me change.
yeah, that's so, the guards are just like, see, in my head I was thinking they've seen, and one of them's like, "That's just Shadrach." So let's go back to what I was thinking in my brain. Oh, that's just Shadrach. Leave him alone. All right, so one of the monks comes over and looks at Vanessa with eyes of like, concern, and just kind of looks at you as if waiting for something from you.
Thank you, sir. Sorry for the disturbance.
He puts his hands together and up his sleeves and kind of nods his head and then turns, and the monks walk out, and then the guards kind of stand around and keep looking, and the one's looking at you and giving you the skunk eye, and then they leave. Leaving you all there by yourselves again.
I'm sorry.
Did you see what I did?
I
And the guy was
didn't
giving me
want
the eye
to-
like that. I was like,
Yeah. Go ahead, Daryl.
I didn't want to perform the spell here in the monastery. I was hoping to have a more secluded area, although the temple would be a holy site.
Protect it from the witches outside.
I can extract the spirit into the receptacle that I've crafted. I hope. That's my plan.
I could cast it with you.
Okay,
Perhaps.
hold on. Tamar?
he was first.
Oh, okay. Shadrach, go.
Shadrach goes up to Vanessa and says, "Is this not the place of your strength? Would this not be the place? Tell
Yes.
me. I'm confused."
You may be right.
I think we're better off trying to do anything like that in the monastery.
Yeah, I'm worried that as soon as we leave here and go anywhere,
Yeah,
they're going to attack
When-
and try to take that. So,
Can I roll a d20? just so I can see if we can finish it off. I really did.
Daryl has his
Hold on,
hands up.
hold on. I'm sorry, Clark. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
If I even knew what I was saying, so I rolled a 16 for my religion, plus what my religion is, which is a high number. So I assume I know an uncommon spell.
Well, it's at the time that you cast it, you would roll it to see if it works or not.
What?
Okay.
What are you playing to get the spirit into this receptacle? What type of spell do you get on a receptacle and hold it?
I would mention we can exercise the spirit and banish it from the play.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead, Tamar.
Daryl had his hand up,
Oh.
but you can't see.
Oh yeah, I can't see him. Okay, go ahead, Daryl. Daryl, you might have to go.
And then
You might have to give me a
Well,
ping.
no. I've been watching, so I'll just raise my hand
Okay.
for him.
All right, go Daryl.
Okay.
Go Daryl.
If you can banish the spirit, Pykel, without destroying the bundle, maybe I fouled up by placing that magic within my bundle, but I thought it would enhance the magic, and it has in a negative way. But I can extract the spirit, but I can't banish it. Maybe I should extract it first and then let you banish it.
That's something I didn't think about. We can banish it.
I can't understand you, Brad, or barely hear you.
That's something I didn't think about. We could banish it.
Go ahead, Tamar.
So what was up with you
Who are you talking to?
to Vanessa?
This
All right, I'll be back in a
sacred
second. Keep going.
bundle is magical and enhances my wisdom, my knowledge, my ability to act coherently in civilized culture.
Okay.
And without it, I was reduced in ability.
So if Shad winds up destroying that somehow,
Whoa.
then you're fucked.
Yes, it would be detrimental to my being.
So Shad, maybe you shouldn't be attacking this thing anymore.
There was a misunderstanding that there were still two of these items. Now there's only one.
Shad.
We just banish.
Chad says, the evil is strong, and I know. I'm sorry. I can only feel that its destruction would be that would solve all of this. And I see now it's far more complicated. And I'm sorry I endangered you.
It's okay. I should have never removed it. It's on
not
me.
threaten you again. You are
When
my
we combined our strength and our mana, we were able to defeat Fimez magic and remove the curse from Donkey
Remember
Dan.
Donkey Dan. Yes.
Perhaps if we work together again, it will make the banishment more successful.
I
Tamar.
will not oppose you again.
Tamar.
I'm sorry.
So like in a fight, we need to make sure that they don't go for that thing at all costs, correct?
I think that we should let them go for it and destroy them in their moment of weakness.
Yeah, but if they get that bag from her, or whatever you want to call it, then that greatly weakens us as a whole. If somehow they manage to run off with that thing to do
Hold
whatever
down
they
a
want,
handful of platinum coins and say, will you take my case, Manhunter?
I mean, so out of game cop. So do I have, so in order for my abilities to work, do I just take the case, or do I have to get it approved from?
I don't think your abilities are tied into the legal system. They're something that you either learned or are granted
No,
or whatever.
I didn't know if it was. I
And
didn't
then-
know if there was a. It was tied to like the Bounty Hunters Guild somehow.
Well, that's a role-playing issue.
Okay.
And I have either good news or bad news depending on your view of this. But I am not smart. So I could have been recording the hockey game the whole time. I didn't realize it was on regular TV. So
Oh, no.
we can continue past my stated time of stopping. But if someone is like, you know, fuck you, you said 8, I'm out, I can't tell you not to. So what would you all like to do?
I'll take every minute you give me.
Yeah.
I-
For Karen, huh?
We'll cast a spell, but I gotta take a break for just a moment.
I don't want to back my mansion.
All right.
5-minute break.
Okay, that's fine. 5-minute break, sure.
Okay.
Except for Daryl, who does not move from his spot. Oh, now he does. Gling! Now he's back to the empty chair again because Jason went.
Yeah.
Jason went to his avatar, and I guess I'm gonna go wee wee too. So there you go. So yeah, so since the game is on regular TV, like that does.
So then when you come back, I have a couple of
Okay.
options for you.
So,
Hey, it's not going to work.
So how's life been, Brad?
Huh?
How's life been?
It's been life. It's been better, it's been worse.
Where are you working at these days?
I'm not right now.
Oh. So what did you do for a living?
I'm school again.
Shit, ain't gone.
Good. I don't know what for, but then I had to go to school again.
Mr. Bro.
Well, how you doing? I haven't seen you what in like
A week and a half?
last Friday.
Yeah, that's right. I'm tired. I just got finished mowing 3 yards. I'm pretty-
Right, I want to cigarette.
I had 11 lawns to do. I knocked out 3 of them.
What, by Sunday night?
I did 3 tonight, do 3 tomorrow, do 3 Friday, and 3 Saturday. Or 2 Saturdays. It's fucking hot out there.
Oh, fuck you, man, dude.
I did 3, man. By the end of the first one, I had sweat just looked like I was.
Dude, by the end, I take like 10 minutes.
Then as soon as I walked out there, I had a freaking big old sweat towel. You know what? That son of a bitch was so.
Dude, I left for work at 3:30 this morning, and man, I just walked out there at 3:30 in the morning. My glasses fog up instantly as I walk out the door.
Right. Is the Dew Man playing?
Yeah.
Hey, Eddie, what's going on? Am
not
I
much.
invisible?
Oh.
No, Jason.
Hey, he's voguing.
He doesn't move on that one.
But he moves on this
He
one.
moves on mine.
How's it going there, man?
Cop's got a ghost in the machine.
Yeah, I guess that's what they call it. The ghostest with the mostest.
That's
Why
it.
so serious?
Oh. How's Lee doing, dude?
Good,
Good.
good. Working over in Pacific, living in Cedar Hill,
Really?
making his way in the world.
Well, that's all we can ask, man. That's all mine are doing is working.
That's what everybody's doing.
Man, I got off at 3 and then went and started mowing yards again. I have 11. So,
Cobb's man has almost crushed our economy, but I guess he's happy. He's a union guy. He's all about Biden.
yeah.
Oh, no, man. He's got record job growth. You know, if you destroy the economy, shut it down so nobody can work, and then you make everybody so desperate that they have to come back to work as soon as jobs start opening up. Yeah, I guess you do get record job
Yeah.
growth.
In my experience, all my rent went up $300. It's like, what the hell, man?
Well, no, Biden's got growth. It's just hemorrhoids.
No, it's a tumor in his head. Don't you see the way he acts?
He can't a complete sentence. Yeah, that son of a bitch can't talk.
My
I
name
mean,
is Elmer Fudd. I own a mansion and a yacht.
Oh, that's funny as hell. I haven't heard that in years. That's funny.
what was that from, man?
But buddy, my name's Elmer Fudd. I own a mansion and a yacht. He
Trying to give up
hypnotized him.
hunting rabbits.
Hey, those were the days.
I'm not even sure I've met you before, but cheers. I see your blues t-shirt.
Dude, you've met him before. He's been on the camera several times. Dude,
I'm the guest DM. That too.
Have I met you in person before?
Oh,
No,
no.
no.
Okay.
Not
That's what
unless
I'm
you
saying.
came up here since you've been in Florida.
No, but I'm hip on that. But I wasn't sure if I'd met you in person before.
No.
I didn't think so, but
No,
yes, I know you've been on here before.
I'm the snake
God
guy.
bless.
I'm the snake guy. I got 3 of them.
You said you're the snake eyes?
I got a big
You
python.
see them live or frozen?
Oh, live.
Okay.
Hey, you don't want to feed them cold food.
Now he's gonna have to whip his snake out.
That's fine.
Not that one, not that
I know
one.
people that own
Stare
iguanas,
into my
snakes,
eyes. After I just duped myself.
You'll have that. Alrighty, so are we all, no, Brad is not there yet.
No, Brett
But-
smoking a cigarette.
Did you want to say something to somebody in particular, or were you asking
No,
me
no, no,
something?
this is directed at you. So, before
Nice to meet you.
You too.
my favorite enemy is contracted people. So, I just was curious, does that, any contract that come up,
Well-
did that or did you decide one way? Because you were still on the fence
Right.
about this.
I did some research, and having a species or special enemy has to do with a type of creature, not a legal defined person. So
Okay.
if I would say it's only through your guild would I let that work.
Outlaws.
Well, yeah. you
Outlaws
said
are his favorite
you know,
enemy.
But we never had hashed out whether it was just going to be through the government.
Considered it hashed out.
Okay, so it has to be through the guild. Okay, that's all.
When I played a ranger before, I had to pick like magic users.
This
humans.
isn't a regular ranger.
I
like
get that.
thing, though.
No, I'm not trying to direct it, but just saying. But I had a ranger who was like specified in wizard. I could track a magic user, so I get it.
Okay. No, I'm okay with whatever you think. One to the side. I just needed.
Sure.
Can I borrow?
I also had a ranger who was a water elemental.
That sounds like
whose name was,
that sounds
whose
like
name
a
was Wink Van Ripple.
that sounds like a 5th edition game. Was that a 5e game?
That was 3.5.
3.5. Yeah.
Wink Van Ripple, he was a ranger who could track other rangers.
Is
in
that
water.
Rip Van Gink? Rip Van Winkle?
3.5 is pretty crazy. Level 5, what they call it 5.5 now, it's still just as ripped up as it was.
Okay. Oh, Daryl's got his hand up.
But I like the idea of...
Vanessa will move to, she's gonna I'm going to go to my quarters and get my receptacle, and I'm going to cast a spell.
Now, I'm not saying you don't have it, but tell me about the receptacle. Like, was this the one you just made, or am I thinking of something else?
Yes, it's the one I crafted.
Oh, okay. And just so I get a good mental image, what is it?
It is a ceramic piece of pottery that is fired and glazed, and it's a horizontal vase, if you will, that resembles the cave that I was born and raised in.
That's right.
The stopper resembles a boulder that would fit in the mouth of the cave.
So the thing...
And I cast blessed craftsmanship upon myself as I was making it.
Yes, I remember that. So the thing, does it lay on its side? That
Yes,
way it looks like a cave?
So when it's sitting on the shelf, it looks like a cave.
Okay.
Like a small diorama, perhaps, of a cave.
Okay, that's cool. And so how does it hold things?
It's designed to hold one thing.
Okay. So it's not like you would have to, like you would never use it
For
for,
water.
water or
No.
flowers or something. Okay.
I could throw paper clips in there or
Okay.
something if I wanted to. But
Okay. Right on. I can picture this. Cool. So, and what do you do with this thing?
I place it. Am I there? I go to my quarters and I get the thing, and this is just as good a place as any to cast a spell. I'm by myself. The material component is the vase. So the verbal and semantic would be me gesturing around it and rolling the boulder away from the opening. And I'm verbalizing my memories of childhood and the peaceful cavern, as well as praying that the blend grant me the power. Let the spirit be removed from its place. Mother, come home. Accept the simple life. Remember when things were easier and life was good. Return.
And you are casting what?
Extract spirit.
Extract.
No, I was trying to get
Page 254.
Alright.
On my book, anyway.
Yep.
It's a
Alright.
digital jam.
Okay. Okay, so before we get into that, I need you to make a religion check, please.
Yeah. 23.
All right, that's success. Let me just...
Oh, and I didn't add my blend bonus, so 27.
Excellent.
Oh, okay. So, I would like you, this will be fun, I would like Vanessa to make a charisma check,
Of course.
but at disadvantage.
Well, even better. See if I can get another one for you, Cobb.
Please, piss her off.
I got a blue one and a white one. We're gonna roll them both.
Alright.
20!
9 is the low one, so that gives me 15.
Okay. So, your words did not seem to coax the spirit willingly, but the power of the blend compels her. And that allows her a saving throw versus spell. Let me see if there's anything else about this spell that I'm missing.
It's a long description,
It's
but
all
I
right.
don't see anything out of that's crazy or anything. I'm not trying to detect any monsters. I know I'm focusing exactly on what I know.
I think anything had Secretary just did.
Ah, okay. Well, that you certainly meet the requirements. So that's cool. All right. So because of your role playing of the spell, I will give a negative adjustment to the saving throw. And I already looked up what she needs. So where she needed a 12 before, she needs a 15 or higher. And we can dispense with the fucking jam because... Alright, here we go. She rolls a 16!
Woo!
So, you start to compel the spirit to move, and in your brain, in your mind, you hear, I always hated that cave. It was always too comfortable for me. But your sperm donor of a father tried to make it homey. Disgusting! I won't go! And with that, she remains in the sacred bundle, mingled with your power. What does Vanessa
I still
do?
have the original bundle. I didn't destroy that.
No, I know.
I extract. Okay, so if I may try again.
I don't see why you can't. I didn't read anything that says you can't. It just depends on
No,
the
if you
level of
wanna-
the spell.
I mean, if you want to let someone else play whatever scene, that's fine, or I will. But if not, I will attempt the same spell again using the bundle, her original bundle, sacred bundle, as the container.
Okay, so that's a 4th level. I don't have any idea how many 4th level spells you get, but
2.
okay, so this is your second shot at this for today. Okay, do you do anything different other than what you just said, which is using a different receptacle?
Pretty much the same deal. Here, return to your comfort zone, the barren place that you prefer.
Okay. She voluntarily fails her saving throw. And with the ease of a prom night horny dude, a sloogie slips out and into the bag. Whoop! Done. Like that. And you realize that your bag is now pure with your essence, and that her sacred bundle is as it was before. Impervious to fire and possibly who knows what else that you have yet to discover.
I have a sigh of relief, and I'm going to go pray, taking both bundles with me.
All right. Let us move over to Pikel. Anything that you would like to do, say, or accomplish whilst Vanessa has left the building?
Alright, I want to go find some holy water. That's what he says. Or make some.
Okay. And what do you do to find holy water?
I guess I'd go to the temple. Would be the best place to find holy water.
Okay. So Pikel wanders out of the courtyard and into the temple. And when you walk in there, you can see people going about their business. Several monks are checking things, apparently making things ready for the daily mass. You can see one of the priests, the priest, whatever he's called, Hyro something or other, which I have written back here. Anyway, he appears to be going over something near the front at the altar. The Hyro monk, or the prior, I should say. And so where would you like to go?
I guess I could ask the prior if he's not occupied or fully occupied in something.
Okay, so you approach him and you interrupt what it looks like he's doing. Is that correct?
Well, is he doing like a ceremony, or is he just working it?
He appears to be reading over what he wants to say. He's getting ready for the show.
Alright. Okay, I'm just gonna...
Alright, he looks up and he's like, oh, Master Dwarf, how are you on this lovely day?
I'm good, but we got a little problem. Trying to... You know how to perform an exorcism?
You see him just kind of stop and go, excuse me?
I need to perform an exorcism. I need some holy water. I need as many priests in the spirit that can channel as we can muster. And we need to drive a evil spirit from an object and off this plane.
I see. I would like you to make me a charisma check, please.
Alright. Woohoo! 13, which is good for me. So let's see. 22.
22, okay. He says, well, an exorcism sounds rather serious. I would think you might want to bring that up with the abbot. That sounds dangerous, and we've had a lot of dangerous things in the recent past. I'm not prepared to commit to such an endeavor. It's not that I'm not willing to help. It's just that I don't feel comfortable in assuming that that's what we should be doing. I think you should go talk to the abbot.
All right.
Or aren't you with Vanessa? Aren't you in that group that she runs with?
Yes.
Maybe ask her to go on your all's behalf, unless it isn't the sister we're talking about, is it?
No.
Yeah.
But if I could get some holy water, that would be very helpful. Hey,
Holy water. Well, that is a commodity, and you want to use it for an exorcism. Well, definitely, I am not in charge of the holy water. That would be
The Hyro monk.
that would be Gaddy, and once again, I'm sure that with Vanessa's beseech, he seems flustered at this whole exorcism thing. I can't imagine why. And he says, so, yes, Vanessa is your best bet.
Alright. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Sorry for disturbing your preparations.
That's quite all right. All are welcome here, Master Dwarf.
And I guess I'll leave.
Okay. Where do you go?
For Vanessa.
You're gonna go look for her? Okay. So back at the courtyard, Shad's got his hand up.
She had to be waiting outside of Vanessa's room, sitting on the floor in a pile of leaves.
So I could make this difficult, or I could make it easy. So do we know that anyone knows where Vanessa's cubicle is? I don't think anyone's been to her dormitory room except her. So
I'm pretty sure Dad knows where she lives.
that would be my question: is how would he know that?
He knows.
Her dad told him.
I've been around the monastery, and she's been in her room. It's not a big place. It's not a big place.
Her dad's a mute. That's the funny
Yeah.
part.
Okay, so
Shad's not stupid.
So
Shad can figure it out.
so Shadrach, you asked for directions. Roll a charisma check.
23.
All right. You are told that she is in the dormitory, and unless you are accompanied by someone, you're not allowed to just go in.
Well, I'm gonna go towards it unless they stop me.
No, you just kind of walk off. Tamark has his hand up.
So, considering when he walks off and he seems to be getting into trouble and stuff, I'm just going to kind of follow from a distance and see what he's up to. Make sure he doesn't get any more trouble.
Okay. All right, so you start walking up to the dormitory. Nobody's seemingly doesn't see anything necessarily wrong with someone walking around. And so you walk into this place that you haven't been invited, and there are some monks there that appear startled. And they frown at you. And no charisma roll is needed. You get the feeling you are unwelcome and you should leave.
I'll go back to the courtyard and just sit there and wait.
And how about you, Bart? Anything from you?
I went back to my mansion. I was working on what I'm working on.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So, Vanessa, you finish, and you said that you go to pray, but I'm not sure if that means you just start praying in your room.
Temple.
Okay, so you go to the temple.
The temple.
Okay, so I would like Vanessa and Shadrach to roll a d6, please, and I would also like Pikel to roll a d6 as well.
Okay.
Well, so
You gonna call or just shout it out?
I would like Vanessa's.
6.
I would like Pikel's.
1.
And Shadrach, 2. Okay. So, none of you see each other. Now, I can tell that Shadrach seems incredulous by that. So, the dice said that that's the way it worked out.
I was snoozing.
If I would say this, if if you had been on top of a building, you certainly would have seen her. But you've already been a bird today, so there you go. Okay, so let's just go to... So Tamar, you follow at a distance from Shadrach.
Yeah.
Do you have any ability that would keep you from being spotted?
Shadrach naturally uses his pass without trace. Not trying to, but he does. So unless he's moving through forest, he can be followed normally. But if that's it. I'm not trying to hide myself.
No, and I didn't think you were. I'm just... I could see Shadrach being like, why are you following me? So that's why I'm having this...
Yeah, only if I went off into the woods would I do that. But I'm not staying in the courtyard.
Shadrach, roll me a D10, please.
Yeah, Shadrach's not trying to hide or anything. I rolled a 7.
Okay.
I'm not trying to remain hidden or anything.
Okay.
Though I
Well,
could.
yeah, Shadrach's not being weird or
I mean,
hiding
I'm
or
not like
anything.
moving silently,
Okay.
trying to hide
All right.
the shadows.
So-
I'm just simply following from a distance. Right?
So let's skip ahead. Pikel, where are you?
I guess I go.
All right.
I don't know. I would just look around for Vanessa.
Okay. Vanessa, you pray in the temple. Anything?
I'm seeking guidance. I thought about casting divination, but I don't think that's the right. I was still looking at my spell, so yes, I'm praying, looking for guidance, forgiveness. I'm going through all 37 axioms of Kabbalism. I'm doing a whole routine of prayer and rubbing each bead and saying the prayer that goes with it.
Okay, so whilst Vanessa is racking her brain, thinking about what she can do to get the answer she seeks, Pikel is, and Shadrach, you learn by sheer being around that people come up and they say, how's it going? I'm looking for Vanessa. Oh, she's in the temple. So whether you two wish to go to the temple or not to see if Vanessa's there, that's up to you.
Nope.
So you... Okay, so Pikel, you move and go to the temple. Where do you go? If Shadrach's just hanging out in the courtyard being a sad sack, what are you going to do?
What time of day is it?
It's about 10 or 11 a.m. The cooking fires are well on their way.
I mean, I really don't know what's going on, so Tamar is just going to try to stick next to people, make sure Shad doesn't get any more trouble.
All right, you can hang out in the courtyard. Shadrach's hanging out in the courtyard. We moved to Pikel, going and seeing Vanessa in the temple, praying in one of the pews, in whatever fashion she likes to pray. I would assume it's in the supplicant position, beseeching the cosmic omnipotent benevolence to guide her. And you can interrupt her, or you can wait patiently for her to be finished.
Take her quietly until she's... That's her gift.
So at
When I notice him, I will acknowledge.
go ahead.
Pikel, I'm glad you came. Are you ready to banish the spirit of Fimez?
Well, we're gonna need some holy water and I would say as many priests as we can get together.
That's not a bad idea. Gaddy is touched by the cob, I think, as well.
Talk to the abbot about getting some materials. And
If Shadrach is stable, perhaps he will lend his mana and strength to our spell as well. I will combine my mana with yours, Michael, so that you can cast the spell. And I take Fimez's bundle off of from around my neck, and I say to Michael, I have taken the spirit from my bundle and put it back into her original bundle. This will no longer, me giving you this, and I outstretch my hand and hand you the bundle, will not affect me like it did before.
all right.
Let's go to see Gaddy, the Hyromunk, and see if we can procure some of the blessed water that he has so graciously deemed worthy of the blend's favor.
Shadrach has his hand up.
Let me know when it's sundown.
Okay. All right, so Vanessa and Pikel travel.
We're in the temple. His office may be connected or close by. I don't know. But that's where we'll head.
And you, and I would like to give an accurate thing here. Okay. No.
I'm scared of Bart writing shit down.
He's got ideas, man.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, wow, okay. Okay. Vanessa would know this, and so I'll just issue a clarification here. You want to go see the sacrist, because the sacrist is second only to the prior and the sub-prior, and he's in charge of things that are holy, including books and relics and holy water. So not a big deal. I just want to try to be consistent. And the sacrist is Neral.
Yes. The
And
keeper of all things holy, it says it right here. Next to the librarian is asshole.
okay, Asol.
Oh, yeah, like Lysol.
Yeah. All right. So you go to
My favorite rapper.
you go to the sacrist.
So it was Lysol, the asshole?
No. And you proceed to secure how much holy water are you needing and for what purpose?
I guess general pint of holy water. I'm not sure.
A pint?
I have a jar that I use for that. It's like a water bottle with a cork in it. And I need to refill mine as well. And it will be used for the blessings of the blend to be bestowed upon me as I need to heal and help.
Or apple, whatever my container are, that's how much I need.
All right. So the sacrist seems to believe in Vanessa and your container is filled, and it would be equivalent to 3 vials of holy water. And I think in D&D that's what they like to say is vials,
Yeah.
unless I'm mistaken.
Well, that's normally what it's done, but
Yeah.
you can get bottles.
I'll bring up the exorcism subject with the, well, what was it, the prior? He's the,
What's that?
what's this guy's title?
The sacrist.
Okay, sacrist. I'll bring up the sacrist, the exorcism, and the need for as many prayers as we can bind into this effort.
He looks at you, Pikel, and he says, I think you know most of them. Vanessa,
Michael, that's Gad. We need to speak to Gaddy about that.
Vanessa is special. There are 2 others here, as far as I am aware, that are blessed by the reception of manna from the omnipotent benevolence. Gaddy and Shadrach.
Alright, well, you'll see again.
Okay, does Vanessa go with Pikel, or is she doing something else?
Did you fill your vials, Michael?
Oh yeah, well,
Did- Okay, I just want to make sure. I didn't hear it.
Well,
Yeah, let's go see.
he gave you some, Sister Vanessa. Pikel needs to make
Okay.
a charisma check.
I just want to make sure. The basin is here. Fill your vials. No raw.
Pikel, make a charisma check, please. Let's see.
He is a servant of Moradin and a deserving member of the community.
24.
All right. So, what do you have that can hold liquid?
I guess I used to sit in glass. Like beaker I used before. That dumped out, cast a spell.
Okay.
It's just a little glass ball.
So, unless I am totally off, let's say that is 2 vials worth.
Alright.
Okay? Now what?
I sent you a message, Cop.
Oh, okay.
Now we can go see Gaddy. When I told him of my dilemma, his advice was, your mother's a bitch, deal with it, but we'll ask him. Maybe he came up with something else.
Well, kinda right.
Okay, where you
Maybe
guys?
he's pondered.
You guys go to see Gaddy. What do you do?
Yes. With all the pomp and circumstance that the blend requires, I knock on his door
All right.
of his office.
And he's there and invite you in.
Gaddy, thank you for receiving us. We have come to the conclusion that we need to banish the spirit of Phimez that is within this sacred bundle. The matter that I've discussed with you before. We hoped that you would lend your expertise and your mana to a banishment spell that our good friend Pikel Hammerhand is going to perform to banish the spirit of Phimez from this sacred bundle. Do you have time? Are you willing?
Vanessa, roll a charisma check with advantage.
Hey, all right. All right. 21.
He says, what's wrong with right now?
Very good. Shall we go to the courtyard?
I say they give me an handful to work with.
Is this something?
A what?
Is this something that should be done out in the public?
No, but one more friend to combine their mana with ours will help to defeat the powerful magic of the ogress.
If you really want to use the most sacred place,
Then Naral would be the man to see.
we should go down to the bedrock of the temple.
In the library, yes.
But
I will retrieve Shadrach.
come, Pikel, I will escort you down to the most holy place of this temple.
Lead the way.
I'll meet you there.
Vanessa, you go. And where do you go, Vanessa?
To the courtyard.
Okay, and when you get to the courtyard, you see Shadrach and Tamar.
Shadrach, I need your help. Will you lend your mana? We will finally rid ourselves of Fime's spirit. Lend your mana, and Pykel shall banish her.
Yes.
This is how we destroy her.
Yes. Tamar, come on. Behold and witness what happens.
We must go to the holiest basement,
That place
at the
again.
lowest level. So I lead them to the library area. If I'm remembering right, it's beyond the library.
Correct.
Shadrach
Right.
kind of stumbles along, kind of like half sleepy.
Right.
Yes.
Shadrach, Tamar is actually asleep. So
Come, Tamar, please.
Actual sleepy.
we'll say he goes with you.
He was planning on 8 o'clock, man.
That's fair. Well, he said he works 12-hour shifts, so he got up at 3
That's too long.
so he could,
I'm hip.
and it's like, that's pretty dedicated jam there.
I
But
take it for granted it's my day off, so.
anyway, you all convene in the lower level of the temple, in the under, whatever it's called.
Is this the same place where the evil spirit was dispatched?
No.
And what do
This is
you
the
do when you're
oldest
there?
portion. Sorry, Cobb.
What do you do when you get there?
I asked the others to form a circle around Pykel with me, join hands, and we cast Combine. I've already given Pykel the sacred bundle.
Okay.
Are you ready,
Shadrach
Pykel?
remembers what happened with Donkey Dan, and he fully participates.
We chant in unison.
Alright, well, Pykel would set the sacred bundle out on the bedrock and close to the ground, and he would gather, if there's stones around, he would make a circle of stones around the bundle, and he would put his thumb over the mouth of the vial and start splashing with hot holy water. Say, Father, Morden, drive this evil spirit out, and he would, with the power of Morden's hammer and anvil and fire, strike at this evil spirit and return it to how it belongs. And you can hear me, Kyle, because you're on the spinning wheel of death on me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, just making sure.
So let's let me get this clear here. So who's casting combined? All three?
And Gaddy is the intention. Vanessa, Gaddy, and Shadrach.
Okay. 3 to 5 priests combine their abilities. The highest level priest stands alone while the others join hands in a surrounding circle. The central priest casts the combined spell. The central priest gains no additional spells and the group is limited to his current memorized spells.
Mother Skell,
So,
grant me the power.
who is the central priest?
Michael.
Okay.
The power of the blend compels you.
Okay.
The power of the blend compels you.
And
Shadrach ripped the mistletoe and rakes his chest for the blood.
what spell is Michael casting?
The exorcist has
Okay.
But you said banish.
no, I said exorcisms of it banishes the spirit from the
Awesome.
And it only works on extra, creatures from another plane.
Okay, are you casting exorcise or exorcism?
He said exorcism.
exorcism. Let's go back to it. E.
Okay, are you sure about that?
We look up the spell.
That's always a good idea.
Well, either way, Shad's bleeding from his eyes, so go for it, baby.
Yeah, no bad.
Come on, Hammerhand.
Come on, Hammer's call.
This is going to be an ongoing chant. Because she's got some good hit dice, I'm guessing.
Well, if you're using holy water, then you're casting exorcise.
Well,
So,
I'm saying that Shad, knowing what's going on, and putting his full force into it.
okay, casting
And
time.
he's weeping tears of blood.
Each turn of exorcism, the dice are rolled, and if the base chance number or less is rolled, the spell is successful. The base chance of success is modified by -1 for each level of difference between the priest level and the level of the possessor or possessing magic, where the smaller number is the priest level. Boy, this is fucking written like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I'll give him the blessed candle if he doesn't have one.
I know it's almost time to wrap up.
I know. We're gonna
Like
try to
I said,
finish this
all
spell
in.
off.
What do you
I
think
just
is
thought
cool?
you would read over it.
Got
over
a
it.
silver bell. Here, you can use mine.
Silver bells.
I'm sure you've got your own book of prayers.
Almost only.
You know, this is something you'd probably... a silver bell is not that uncommon
Okay,
of
well,
a component.
No, not for a priest.
It says base chance is a random 1 to 100. So you begin,
Well,
Pikel. What,
Chance all
Pikel?
in for what it's worth.
Pikel, what are you saying to force the spirit out?
You repeat all that again?
Beyond.
Here would be Father Morden, Lord, out of this place. Strike her with your hammer. You use your holy might to destroy this evil witch and rid of finally. That's because I get it.
All right, Vanessa, roll percentile.
Okay, one, and there's the other. 63.
Okay. Pikel, what is your level?
8.
Plus 3,
Oh yeah, plus 3. No.
because we are combining our mana to help him gain strength.
All right,
Might be
so
4.
the continuous chanting and the moving around of the bundle, which I'm not going to make you continuously do, but we are going to say that is what you are doing. Each turn of exorcism, the dice are rolled, and if the base chance number or less is rolled, the spell is successful.
We have to continue our chant for as many hit dice, as many rounds as she has hit dice.
Be gone!
The power of the blend compels you.
I would
Foul
like
spirit.
I would
It's a
like-
certain yard.
I would like Pikel to roll percentile.
03.
That's low.
All right. Small beads of sweat start to form on the brow of the 4 priests present in the most sacred place of the temple. The candles that are lit slowly begin to move as if a breeze is moving in the basement, though there should be no area of airflow. Having been here before, you know that there is a slightly musty smell. And then slowly you hear, as if all around you in 7.1 surround, whispers, unintelligible, screams that sound like they move from the left channel to the right channel and back again, like Tenacious D smoking a doobie at the beginning of their movie. And the bag begins to levitate above the sacred stone at the hearth of the temple. And as the priests all continue to chant and cry out, the bag starts to turn before it opens. And as it opens, that awful scream happens once again. And it is the scream of Faimez. And the scream moves into the air, blasting everyone, and you think you may go deaf or mad until at once all the candles go out. The wind stops, and in the darkness, you hear the thud of an empty and inert leather pouch hit the stone, and all is quiet. And you feel as though the spell was successful.
Well done, Pykel. The power of Mordredin flows through you.
I don't think I could have done with all you guys. Without all you guys.
And with
I'm
that,
gonna scoop up the pouch.
Gaddy makes a quick motion, and the candles all light again. Yes, Shadrach.
Shab will just reach out and touch Pykel and then puke.
And with that, the most foul creation of getting under all my players' skin is removed from the game as Finez is no more.
Yay!
And that is where we will
Infinite.
stop tonight's session.
Thank you. Beautiful.
All
I'm
right.
glad that worked.
Wonderful role play from everybody. Glad you're
And
back.
The exorcism to next week, I was going to translate it all to Dwarven.
all right. Any final
Do it.
any final parting words before we wrap tonight?
Fun
Shab
stuff.
will look longingly towards Vanessa and smile.
You
Daryl.
really make it difficult.
Daryl is frozen now with the duh face. He's no longer smiling. He's like,
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
yeah. All right. Well, then
Well,
that's it. Unless something changes, I will see you all next week. Brad, I did reply to your message. I don't know if
Oh, you did? Okay.
so. We can.
Enjoy your hockey, sir.
Brad, we can message out what you're trying to do, and you can roll and just tell me what you get.
Okay.
And if unless I'm missing something, I think it might take you a little while to get everything done that you want to get done.
Right, yeah, it was like I can finish up 2 rings now.
Okay. All right. I think that was all I needed to know. So, all right.
Okay.
Go Blues!
All right. Bye, guys. Good night. Thank you
Bye.
for playing.
See you guys later.
Yep.
All right. And thank you for bringing the jam. I think
So-
once we got it figured out, it did what it was supposed to do. so
Yeah,
that's
I'll
good.
bring my,
All right, Internet. Good night. Good night, Internet. Yes, end the live video, please.
I'm gonna take a wild guess. I think your video card
Hey, I mean.